Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lotus Fire Showroom. We are live tonight with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Ada, please pick up the controller, my love.
Okay.
Ada is the wife of the place.
Hi.
She's my wife. My wife. She streams it. That's he's irrelevant to now. We're gonna start Kingdom Hearts 3D, so you can start now.
I said my name and you're like irrelevant.
No, I was continuing my sentence. You're not.
Oh.
Hey Liam, how you doing?
Hi, Liam.
Good to see you.
This one's mine.
So
right?
the reason that's the same.
Okay.
So the reason I popped out of the menu is because sometimes there's the intro, and I feel like you need to get the intro, you know.
Yes.
So you could skip the intro, or we're gonna want to turn this on.
You had the TV remote last.
Oh, it's all over there then. We could either skip the intro and you get to see it when you press new game, or we could just do the intro. And then we're gonna get to see it.
But this isn't the intro here, is it?
They tend to do it twice.
No, wait, you did. You clicked on it. That's right.
That's right. That's why it popped out.
Fantasia, Mickey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Fantasia was involved in this game from the moment they introduced Yen Sid. So.
You know what's brilliant is that I probably would have, like, I knew that there was Sorcerer Mickey, and I remember it being in a movie, but I couldn't remember which movie it was.
Fantasia.
And it was just randomly while Geralt, like, when Little Witcher was really young, I randomly put on Fantasia just to try and, like, as something that it was music-based. So I was like, okay, he might enjoy this. He did not enjoy it, but I watched the entire thing for nostalgia. And
so game is nostalgia.
Dynamite. I rewatched it. I was like,
oh wait, no.
Yeah, that's why. That's how it's all interconnected.
I was having a bit of a meltdown because I thought I was looking at for
Winnie
some
the
reason
Pooh?
the Undertaker Winnie. Wow, 3D. I think this is a reference to Coded.
Maybe, but I haven't seen anything Coded really.
So Coded happens right before this.
So I should have sat down and watched the Coded video.
I told you that.
No, I haven't watched it yet. Although a lot of this is familiar.
Yes, well, most of the time they just give you kind of like redos of old scenes in the intros to try to keep you up to speed. So like you'll notice that's from Training Memories.
Yeah.
He's falling down instead of up.
And there's her.
It was there. Kingdom Hearts 2.
Well, Roxas.
And also
game.
probably 350. No, yeah, there's
358. Because that was... He went into the
makes
sleeping...
me cry every time.
Right? He went into the sleeping chamber, and then Roxas came out. So that told me that this was 358.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. I'm so flattered. These scenes look so much better with these graphics, though.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Oh my god, imagine if the game had played in these graphics. That'd have been wild. This is the exact scene that you play through at that section. Some warnings, my future doesn't scare me at all.
Beat him in his final form, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Hello there.
What?
Sleep.
Oh, that's Birth by Sleep. Okay. For a second, I was like, wait a minute. Sora hasn't come across him yet.
I know, but
wait,
but this is kind of like Mickey going through the memories, I think. Hence what we saw with the books and stuff.
Okay, that's why the book is
and
there.
Coded was also connected to the memories and such, so like there you go. Everyone who's connected to Sora just kind of popped out.
Sora didn't pop out though.
Mm-hmm.
Sora and Riku were there.
So everyone who's connected to Sora.
Oh, okay.
The way they set up scenes in this game, these trailers, these cutscenes are so... Kingdom Hearts HD Dream Drop Distance. My bad. Does that mean...
Bye, Riku. Bye, Sora.
Well, that's the drop part, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it does not exist, so never mind. I thought maybe they did. So feel free to hit that new game button, Ada.
Now I'm a little mad that I haven't watched.
We should probably do standard.
You know, that's what we've been doing.
Bless these games that allow you to choose subtitles when you hit new game. God.
Right?
Not enough games do that.
But yeah, I was thinking,
You can see this is the computer with an MCP.
wish I watched Coded, but...
Oh, this is actually unique to this. I think we might see this if you do 358 by 2.
I did watch 358 by 2, but I don't remember this.
There's like a secret ending bit at the end.
Oh, I've never gotten the secret ending. I need to replay the game.
Like, it's just a trailer. The same way they did it with Birth by Sleep. It ends.
Yeah, so I never did that in 358. As soon as I got to the end of the game, I thought that was it.
Good God. Back in the old days.
But I like how it's
Too
going
close
like...
to the... Try not to send it to you. Because the mic is picking it up.
I mean, it always picks it up. We're usually a bit closer, but because of that, we're a bit further.
Wait a
Whoa,
minute.
wait.
They never got on the raft.
No, they didn't. And Riku's hair is short.
Yeah, it's the Kingdom Hearts 1.
But it's even shorter than Kingdom Hearts
No,
1.
it's Kingdom Hearts 1. I think, actually, you might have a point.
It's shorter. His hair was, like, below his shoulders.
I would have attributed that to graphical changes, but I'm not sure.
I thought so too, but like it's ridiculously shorter.
Also, like this this is the seas out of Destiny Islands. What the hell is she doing there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Is this the test? And that's why his hair's short.
He's also wearing the Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, not the Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit.
No, that's Riku's Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit.
That's his one outfit?
Yeah. Mementos. Mementos are optional tutorials and flashbacks. Access them by saying play now. Selecting play now or view now when the cues appear. Mementos are also available from the main menu at any time. So mementos are how we get around not having played Coded.
Wait, why does that get you around not having played Coded?
Because they just said they're flashbacks.
Oh.
So the tutorial you might want to do just because.
Because I don't know how to play!
That is correct. Use the control stick. Well, that's the same.
That one's always the same.
Yeah.
Pretty sure most of it's the same, but every game has something that's slightly different.
Press X to attack. Keep pressing X to do a combo. Ursula, stop whacking your thingy. To the lower right is your HP gauge. It will deplete as you take damage. If you run out of HP, it's a game over.
Game over.
Protect yourself by pressing the square button. If you press it while moving, you will dodge. You can also jump with the circle button.
Now to actually remember that.
Defend yourself from incoming attacks. Yeah, you're gonna need it in this game.
Yeah, I'm really bad at dodging. Or blocking.
Block, dodge, and jump. Well, so ideally you actually, do what you want to do on purpose. Lock onto an enemy and the camera will stay pointed at them. While locked on, you can switch targets by holding R1 and using the left stick. Lock onto each of the tentacles. There you go.
I've never been able to do that prior.
That's because they changed the controls in a weird way. So, like, before it was hit the L1 button or hit the R2 button or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's still the same lock-on button. It's just
Yeah.
I've never been able to switch around
No,
before, and
'cause
I've
it's never
seen you
been
do
like
it
that, yeah.
once or twice.
Yeah, you hit it used to be the bumpers.
Oh, lock-on is a great way to keep track of. Well, you talk.
Foes in the heat of the action. To exit, lock on, press R1 again. So lock on, lock off. Command deck will allow you to perform more powerful attacks and magic. So this works like in Birth by Sleep.
Okay, so that one's more like Birth by Sleep.
Yep. So you don't have MP, you just have cooldowns.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for a second I was like, what was the difference with the Birth by Sleep one again?
Select a command from the deck. Once the command gauge is full, you can use it by pressing triangle. Although, unlike, I think Birth by Sleep forced you to use the X button, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we had to select it and hit X.
Yeah, but was it like move and then like attack would have been no, I think it works exactly the same way actually. I take it back.
Because yeah, I could attack on my own like
I
this.
think you can switch between
then,
commands and hit the triangle button. Yeah, it's exactly the same way. I just remember they did upgrade the quality of life a little bit in this one. Because this was a 3DS game as opposed to a PSP game. Which is probably why they chose a similar command scheme to Birth by Sleep. Because both games were on portable devices.
Probably.
Oh, his dodge is so much sexier. Just wait until you see Riku's.
Ooh.
That's right. We don't just play as Sora in this game.
Ooh.
You never know when you'll find new commands. To install them in your command deck, wait until no enemies are around, press the options button to open the main menu. Wait, deck commands? Is this card-based combat 2.0? No! It's so much not as bad. This game is actually good.
I like the system in Birth by Sleep. I didn't have an issue with the Birth by Sleep.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna say Chain of Memories, I'm gonna have to like stop the stream right here.
Well, at first I had no problem with the Chain of Memories system, but then as we went along, I got more and more frustrated with it.
But because then the game leveled up its difficulty. Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, but yeah.
I got mad.
If everything had been like it had been with Riku, it would have been pretty good in my opinion. But like just that. Oh my god, the dual mechanic was so much better. And then it's fine. It's fine. Moving on. If you ever get stuck, you can access help and tutorials like the ones by choosing mementos from the main menu. So, Combat Basics tutorial complete. Now, like you said, like we both said, this is a lot like Chain of Memories, not Chain of Memories, like Birth by Sleep. However, I mentioned earlier that we're going to have what makes this game special later, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep playing and you'll see what it looks like.
Okay.
I gave her a hint. I said it's Pokemon-like.
Isn't it also kind of like 358? Because I'm pretty sure 358 had a command deck as well.
No, 358 was bizarre. It kind of had a command deck, but it didn't. No, it had so 358 had the same kind of command menu as the regular Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 did, but the way that they did it is Roxas did not have an MP gauge. He had old style usages of the spells. So he was allowed to use X spell X amount of time per mission, and then if you use an ether, you'd replenish those usages.
Oh yeah, I rarely use the spells, which is probably
because
why
it sucked. The magic system was absolutely awful.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of makes sense because they're nobodies, so I guess it works different for them. Look how short his hair is. There is no way that's.
No, this is. They stated they're doing a test, but we don't get the context until a little later.
Yeah.
Defeat the Phantom Ursula. Oh, you use a potion.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I clicked on the wrong button.
It's fine. We're going to stop using them after we get Kiraga. I think we could command meld in this one as well, so it's basically the same thing as in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
It's just a lot more... the gameplay is actually a lot better, and the way you get commands are a little different.
Am I not going to get stuck dealing with monsters that are just going to destroy me? How did I block that?
You didn't. Her range was under.
Oh, is that... But it's just because I saw the block thing show up.
Oh, you might have... Maybe
but I didn't click on the block.
Maybe you slapped it away then?
Maybe?
Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe because I got that circle that shows up sometimes.
Congratulations! You get a maximum HP increase, and for some reason, they decided to increase the size...
Is that the end of the tutorial?
I think so.
I want to finish the tutorial if it's...
The other tutorial would happen to be movement tutorial, so if you want to do that, that's fine too.
Well, just because you go through the tutorials really quickly...
The other... Yeah, okay. Keep going. It's fine.
Because he did the Birth by Sleep tutorial, and then you don't get a tutorial for the other two characters.
Because I don't want to do it 3 times again.
I know! So we didn't get it for the other two characters, and I started the other two characters.
We could have started and gotten the tutorial for the other two characters if we wanted to. But we skipped the intro every time, because who wants to do the intro 500 times?
I needed the tutorial.
Yeah, but I'm the one who started every time.
No, I started the other two games. You started the first one.
Well, too bad.
So then because of that, I was very confused with some of the controls. And then he kept going, it's just this. So me and my blocks part of the reason why my stuff is always like I mess up some of the things is because I didn't really play any of the tutorials. You've done all the tutorials.
I mean, Birth by Sleep was also the first one we played, so maybe that was...
Yeah, it was the first time
the
we
button
played.
is always the same across the entirety of all the games. Title screen!
This is really cute.
The world has been connected. Flashbacks, the mark of mastery. So we're gonna need that because that's...
So that means the tutorial is over.
I recommend we watch all the flashbacks just because.
I didn't play Goated. Watch or play Goated, so I kind of need to. I know.
Well, yeah, some of the things aren't going to be introduced. Like, they won't have already shown up. They're flashbacks to our current state. So, like, this is something that happened in this game only.
Yeah. Yeah. So the hair makes more sense now.
Well, is it still that short? No, it's at its Kingdom Hearts 2 length right now.
Oh yeah.
In fact, they're sporting their Kingdom Hearts 2 looks.
I can't hear anything. It's driving me nuts.
So he renounced his duties.
Know what we should get? We should get some Bluetooth headphones that we can connect to the TV, so that way we can hear it.
The only reason I don't want to do that is because sometimes it messes with what comes out of the where the sound goes. A lot of consoles are like, no, we're only outputting through one source.
Got it. So we gotta find a way
Hence
to make
the subtitles.
Yeah. So we gotta find a way to make it so that way we can hear it. Because I like hearing it.
Yeah. No doubt you fancy yourselves masters already.
Well, yeah, because the first game, they're like, Sora's the Keyblade Master.
Well, the wielder.
Oh, wielder, okay.
But they both learn through their own, attempts.
Doesn't he get a Keyblade, late?
Who?
Riku.
Riku had the Keyblade technically since the end of 1. Sora's cocky. Riku's like, I've already given into darkness. Oh, it's so... Oh, right, that wasn't the key... That's not his Keyblade. That's the sword he used when he was possessed by Ansem, so he can still call on it. This game had one of the best endings to the... I freaking love the ending to this. Look at Goofy's stick arm.
Right.
He's back in his, classic knight outfit.
You know what's funny is that I see the outfit and I immediately think of all of Little Witcher's shows that are involved with
Glossary entry that discusses Keyblades. Glossary entry that discusses Keyblade Masters. Masters Animals.
Because it's... we haven't gone through any of the reports since the first game.
That's not true. We made sure to go through the Xeno reports in 1, 2, and a couple of breakbacks.
We haven't done 2.
I think we did. Yeah, we did. We did right before the final boss.
We went through all of them?
Yeah, they're called Ansem reports, but they were actually from Ansem's perspective, not Xeno pretending to be Ansem's perspective.
Oh,
I tried to do the Void for a bit, and it didn't work. Dive mode! In this minigame, you take down enemies and collect prizes as you fall at high speed. Welcome to Dream Drop Distance Gummy Ships. Your objective is to pass through the goal ring that lights up once you've met certain goals. Those goals vary from dive to dive. Press X to attack enemies and objects when the target is yellow. When the target is red, it doesn't reach. Attack the rainbow-colored weak point. To defeat bosses, you will need to target their weak points.
Be nice to the controller.
It's fine. Actually, PS4 controllers are literally almost designed to do that. Because they're spring-loaded, kind of. So if I do this, all it is it's flicking up. That's like saying don't make the GameCube controllers, don't make it, clack. Impossible. Press circle to reduce speed, press square to quickly dodge. Don't forget to decelerate and dodge to make it safely through the dive. If you pick up a magic prize, you can use it to perform a special magic attack, which I believe that one is Mega Flare, so 10 out of 10, Bahamut reference. So yeah, like I said, this is the gummy ships.
Okay.
Now we still don't know as of yet why or where we're going as characters. I think I have to. Oh no! Oh, I
You
did.
have to do it before.
Yeah, I know. I just my reptile brain wanted to hit the button really quick. Our goal is to get
reptile brain.
Yeah, so there. You never heard of that?
No.
Most living beings that are not reptiles still have like like ancient parts of their brains that are connected or sourced from when we evolved from reptiles.
Uh-huh.
And it's the most primitive part of our brains. So, like the thing that makes you act on like instinct or mega flare.
I thought. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that.
What?
Oh, I've never heard the reptile side of evolution. At least not for humans.
Yeah, humans. Most people. Okay, the biggest going theory is that humanity evolved from fish, that then moved on to being reptiles, and then they evolved into other things. So, actually, it's ooze, then fish, then reptiles, and then all of that moved into other stuff. So like it would have split off into like dinos and primates and stuff.
I know
like
I've
that.
seen the water dinos to the land dinos, but for the humans, I've always thought.
Hey, does this look familiar to you?
Yes.
Oh, I wonder where we are. Hey Ada, you want to play the guess what world we're in?
We're in that town, Traveler's Town, something like that.
Traverse Town.
Traverse Town.
Must be more of Master Yensid magic.
Yeah, for me it was, I knew that the dinosaur ones was like that, but for the human chain, I thought we started from the bacteria and the other small little microorganisms, and then we worked our way upwards. Like, yeah, there was some, no, there was bacteria that was already on the land.
Yeah, so that's the ooze.
But it was after the dinos were wiped out.
No. Life began from the bacteria, and then when we all got wiped out, the thing is that... Oh, by the way.
Is that why you were like... Well, because the first time I heard that there was any connection was from the other thing. Oh my god! I thought it was just from the end of 3.
Nope.
What? Why didn't you just tell me this before when we were talking about it?
Because then I wouldn't get this reaction.
We were talking about it before we even decided to play well, I guess I had decided to start playing the games. Jesus Christ!
But yeah, so this was my first interaction with anything Tweewee related.
So that means that he's been here before. So do you think he's ended up back there with 4?
I think so, yeah. But the thing is that, so like, I don't think they explain that. Spoilers for The World Ends With You for anybody who hasn't played it. I really recommend it. Really fun game.
I'm like still in the beginning of that game.
They don't
like,
they don't explain in this game that they're actually dead.
Of course not. It's Kingdom Hearts.
I don't think they explain it anyway, but yeah.
Well, they explain
like
it
we get pretty much
way.
the same kind of vibe. Flow motion basics. Okay, so I know how to do this, but I'll show you how to do it. Basically, you can dodge into items, and it allows you to do super cool movement stuff. So what you just saw Neku do? Let's use your environment to the fullest.
Now do it, and then this translates into the other games when Sora starts doing it because he's already learned it.
Yeah. So I thought that they wouldn't do that. My opinion was that they wouldn't actually put flow motion into Kingdom Hearts 3 because this is kind of like, well, we'll learn later, but we're not actually in the real world.
Okay. But I think it... Yeah.
Sorry. So use the dodge, slide into a wall or a pole, you'll enter flow motion, so the pink aura.
See, and you used to, when you were playing The World Ends With You, you used to like be like, oh, is this a reference to this? But you never actually say what the reference actually was. And by that point, when he was playing The World Ends With You, I hadn't bothered to pick up Kingdom Hearts yet. So I was like, what's he talking about?
I'm in love with this game, and I'm in love with The World Ends With You because of the way that they just seamlessly floated into there. Tetsuya Nomura has no like qualms about referring to his own games in other games. It's actually kind of fantastic.
Was The World Ends With You already out when this came out?
Oh yeah, The World Ends With You is a DS game, like first DS game.
Ah, okay, that's what it is. I thought it was an original Switch game.
Nope,
which is
because
why
that's
I
the
was
final
like,
remix version.
Oh.
And it's what surprised me.
Okay.
Like, The World Ends With You relies heavily on you playing on a dual screen system, because you'll play on the bottom screen and then you'll see stuff happening on the top screen or whatever, and you'll control everything with touch screen. So when they moved it to the Switch, I was like, how are they going to do that? And they did it really well. The only things that kind of felt off is that there's a boss where you need to do something in the bottom screen while you see it hanging around the top screen, and in the Switch you don't see what it's doing in the top screen because you don't have a top screen. I personally thought that maybe putting it on the Wii U would have been a better idea.
Does this mean we need to add How the World Ends With You into the Kingdom Hearts stuff?
No, because much like the Final Fantasy games, the canon isn't the same.
Okay. I was curious, considering that they made it very clear at the end of 3 that it's going to be more prevalent going forwards. But there was also a trailer for... But that could have been a trailer for the second game. Just like the trailer for...
I didn't get the vibe that the second game was connected to Kingdom Hearts 3 at all.
Because at the end of the third one, you get Sora and then the tower, right?
Yeah.
But
you see Shibuya Tower, which has the 10-4 symbol on it, which is unique to the World Ends With
And then we
universe.
see the moon, and we get Sephiroth, I think? Or no, it's the final...
It's Yozora.
Okay, yeah, so we were like, oh, well, that's the Final Fantasy character. That's a trailer for a new game coming out.
The Final Fantasy... No, so what happened with that is... Yozora was meant to be the protagonist of Final Fantasy Versus 13. Okay. But Versus 13, they ditched that development and turned it into Final Fantasy 15 instead, changing a lot of the story, because the only reason they called it Versus 13 is because it was supposed to be in a world that is opposite to 13's universe.
Okay.
They changed that and still made it kind of like opposite to 13's universe, but they didn't tie it in the same way. And they scrapped the idea, but Tetsuya Nomura obviously kept the design, because he's the character designer for a lot of things. So he kept Yozora's design, who was meant to be the protagonist, and he put it into Kingdom Hearts 3 as, we're going to see that in Kingdom Hearts 3, but Rex Orum, which is a video game in the universe. And then apparently he's the final boss of Remind, but I haven't beaten Remind, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Because, yeah, a lot of people were like, it's trailer. So, I was thinking, well, we didn't know that a second game for The World Ends With You was going to be coming out.
No, but that was not what it was referring to.
Okay.
Because we don't see anything from Tweewee. What is it called? Neo Tweewee? Neo Tweewee had its own thing, and it has its own art style. It's very uniquely made to look like manga/comic books. Right?
Yeah.
You could see with the cell shading and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. But, yeah. So, flow motion.
Yeah.
In practice, you just dodge into something, and then Sora will... okay, hang on. Oh, hold up. There we go. And then, I've got an attack that's unique to the flow motion thing, and then if you jump, he'll go super high, and you can dodge into something this way.
I like how it's purple like the other guy.
Well, yeah. Well, because he was using flow motion as well. And then if you use the square button, you can just, zoom around. And you basically have unlimited jumps this way. You don't always have to slide in slow motion. You can also use some objects like handrails or ropes just by landing on them. Jump onto the rail, click into slow motion, so just jump on it.
Which is why we saw him go blah, blah,
Yeah, he went
blah.
zoom, zoom. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Not sure where to go? Go with the flow. Flow motion basics tutorial complete. So, more than anything, it is an exploration thing, but you can use it in combat to certain usage, I guess. You can kind of jump and then dash, so you can get a lot more distance by doing so.
Okay.
Save points are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. And they look the same as every other game so far.
I think they resemble Kingdom Hearts 1 a little more than 2.
Because Kingdom Hearts 2, it's more like 358, where it feels like it's like I don't know how to explain it.
So this is the reality shift. Bend the rules of the world around you. It works differently in each world. Each world has a special minigame tied to the reality shift you can do, which is a combat thing. You can also use it for exploration as well a little bit. So when you get an option to reality shift, triangle and circle at the same time. So this is the slingshot reality shift, which is let's see here. You use that to lock. Yeah, okay. It just shows up as a thing, and then you press X to launch the item. So
you know what I realized when Jensen was like, "Oh, we're gonna be do your training from start." I was like, "Oh, okay, you're doing the training from start." But I realized this is probably what Mickey did, but the other three probably didn't do this kind of stuff. Because there's no Jensen magic.
Yeah, this is a very specific Mark of Mastery exam. It's not the one he has them do in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's because Jensen's not running it. Somebody else is running it.
Yeah. So this just said we can use it. Kind of said back in a backwards way you can use reality shift on enemies, which is how this game handles its boss fights. Some bosses you can't beat unless you reality shift them.
Okay, so basically we have to play a minigame every time. Sort of.
I mean, the minigame is really easy. So, like, usually it's like I'll click something, press a button or whatever. So, like, you saw, it's just like slingshot it. So, he's so stupid.
They're Dream Eaters! Wait, the symbol...
Is a heart with wings. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little... What? Oh, right! He can summon things from his thing.
No, he can't usually, but this is King Hearts.
Okay, so he doesn't usually... Yeah, he usually does... What?
Neku Sakuraba. What Neku does is he uses pins to use, like, psychic powers, usually.
Right.
But, however, those powers are not available to him when he doesn't have his game partner around in the World Ends With You. So, float motion combat, here we go. Which means... Yeah, which means in theory, obviously they change it here. Here he can use Dream Eaters. Flow motion isn't just for getting around, it can also use it in combat. Right, so like I said, you can attack with whatever it is. Slide towards the walls and poles, use them to defeat enemies. So you get an attack depending on what you interact with. Like this is Buzzsaw. Right. You jump to the wall. Actually, if you jump, you get the shock dive, so he does. That's available pretty much everywhere else. And then if you do this, I think he. Yeah, he'll do that.
Kick drive? Okay.
Sometimes sliding enemies will trigger flow motion. So depending on the enemy, depending on how large they are, you can do it on them as well. So you can throw it with... Take out the enemies by sending them flying. So this isn't one of the harder games, in my opinion. So isn't, but like one of the final bosses is actually nasty as hell.
Dream Eaters are from The World Ends With You, right?
No.
No, they're specific to
Dream Eaters, they are called... in The World Ends With You, they're called Noise, which are basically unversed. Is the game muted? No, it shouldn't be, but I think maybe the audio input?
Yeah, you didn't put in the audio input.
There we go, okay, cool. Thank you for telling me that, bro. There we go. I don't know why it would have switched, though.
Probably because you had it switched to the computer?
No, on Tuesday I played Breath of Fire, which was on the Switch.
Oh.
It's probably because we switched the cables.
When I opened it up...
Actually, on Tuesday I used the PS4. Yeah.
Okay. When I opened it up, it said, "Do you want to allow Streamlabs Updater to do something, like to have access to the system?" And I said no.
Okay, gotcha.
So it probably needs to update, and that might have been what it is. And I just didn't update.
Looks like it's working now.
Yeah, it's working fine.
Okay, so we got flashbacks, Dream Eaters. King Mickey mentioned certain individuals.
Must lead them out of sorrow and spell them back to our world.
7 sleeping keyholes must be found and unlocked, and a great power retrieved. As you know,
7 keyholes that are sleeping. So I guess because we closed... Thank you. We closed all the keyholes, and then we opened them. And now there are 7 that
you'll notice something about this, but these, yeah, he's explaining like, oh, this is how you did it prior. Your new goal is the sleeping keyholes.
Which are the ones from the Birth by Sleep?
You brought many worlds back from the darkness, but some never returned completely.
Ah.
So there are worlds that were devoured by the Heartless prior to Sora getting to them in Kingdom Hearts 1, potentially. And our job is now to wake them.
Well, when you think about it, all the worlds that we went to in Birth by Sleep, with the exception of 1, they never showed up anywhere else. Correction, 2.
Some of them showed up, so... We go... I don't remember the list, hang on.
It would be... King Mickey's World, and...
well, we never really went to Disney Town, but we do go to Disney Castle, which is
and
probably in Disney Town.
The other one was...
Yeah, wow, recipe.
There was another one that I remember crossing over with them. Neverland.
Yeah, often receive dream pieces when you defeat nightmares. You can use those dream pieces to create spirits. So there's a friendly dream eaters, and that's how we get Pokemon! So we always have to start with freaking Bow Wow, which I don't even like its design.
I like it.
Create spirits using a recipe, or create them from scratch. Create a spirit using a recipe, only collect the materials in advance. Once you've settled on the spirits you want to create, use the deck command to give your creation a stat boost. Your new spirit is part of the family, be sure to give it lots of name and lots of TLC. Select the recipe you want to create. Okay, so we obviously have to start with Meow Wow. Why not choose a command? So we can add a command if we wanted to. I don't particularly like this. We do this with XP.
So those two worlds came up again, but none of the other worlds did.
Okay, sorry. The list of Birth by Sleep is Land of Departure.
Oh yeah, Hollow Bastion. That was
Radiant Garden.
so that's 3. So Radiant Garden / Hollow Bastion.
Do we want to name it?
Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, and
Cinderella.
Cinderella. Yeah, because they're the first 3 princesses. And then I don't like Meow Wow.
What do we name it? What are we naming the Meow Wow, chat? Cat dog.
No. No. That show, like, while I watched that show, it always disturbed me, and I used to have nightmares about it, but I still watched the show. I don't know why, but I hated it. Like,
Okay,
I enjoyed it, but I hated it.
Alright, chat. We gotta pick a theme for our Pokemans today. So what's the theme we're gonna be using out throughout this entire stream? We did Final Fantasy VI was Italian food.
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Rolly? That's not a theme.
I like the name.
Rolly it is, since chat's not answering. Oh. How about mythology?
That could be fun.
Okay, what do we call him? The cat dog. Cat dog, dog god.
No.
Regulus! No, Regulus is a lion. No, it's a wolf. Wait. I'm done with mythology. I like that idea.
I like mythology too. I considered Cerberus, but I was like, nah, maybe there'd be something else.
So you had a bit of a sweet, you call it spots.
Spots?
Spot, but like in Greek, so that would be cute. That's okay. Kate Sith. I think that's a thing later somehow. Kid B. Little.
Yeah, there was those 3 worlds. There was Stitch, Neverland.
There were 3 Bashes of 3 Worlds, or there's 2 Bashes of 3 Worlds? I think there's
2 batches of 3 worlds, I believe.
Spirits will help you in combat, give them a lot of TLC, increase your... Yeah, because who can play with them? Because Tamagotchi.
Yay.
Bonding with them, use training toys. You can also fight alongside them. Personally, fighting alongside them works pretty good, but you can change their disposition somehow by bonding with them, like, in this TLC zone.
Okay.
And icon, camera controls, poke and pet. Okay. Yeah, see, so they get free stuff like this. And some only get certain skills available via dispositions. This one, I don't think so. But alright, let's get out of here. Can I get out of here? Please.
Menu. Triangle.
I tried it. There we go. Okay, we needed this to trigger. Use them on a... Okay, it wanted me to... Oh, we needed to see its first ability link. It'll teach us Cure, I think? No? So this is a skill tree.
Okay.
Pretty simple. Each type of Dream Eater has that kind of... Like, has a skill tree. Unique to itself. So you can get special spells and such by
doing that.
Special abilities can be earned. Much like in Birth by Sleep, get abilities, level them up or whatever, you get them for free.
Okay.
You can see the next thing it gives us is a spell. I think it's going to be like Fire. Maybe it's going to be Cure. So performing the link critical will give you a link HP. Okay, yeah. We also get like they have limit breaks and such. Create new spirits and you nurture them again in your adventure. Yeah, so our goal is going to be to collect them eventually, but you don't really need to focus too much on them. Again, much like Donald and Goofy, you get more OP with time. You can kind of solo the game, but you have advantages to not just soloing the game.
You really think I'm going to let us play this game and not use the pet feature?
Well, the pet, you can't really not use the pet feature. You're going to want to, because like literally, I think that Riku has the coolest limit breaks, but he's not the only one to have them.
Yeah.
Like, Sora has the cute limit breaks, Riku has the cool ones. How would you like to get ice spell?
Roll into him.
Alright, you. There you go. I like the salamander ones. Guys. Trevor Figgy. Oh wait, we start now.
Are we gonna follow the other guy?
I don't remember where he went.
You can
That's what I
went
was trying
down
to
the
figure.
alleyway.
Oh yes, you get link boosts just for hitting things at the same time as your allies. A barrel.
Are there any more surprises that I'm not gonna know that you've been keeping quiet about?
I maybe. Not that I should tell you.
I know that you're not gonna tell me, but I'm curious because I'm like,
Oh, it's just closeness. If you're wondering about more Final Fantasy characters and such, I don't think this game actually does more.
I was just curious because I'm like, you got that good reaction out of me and you kept it really well, tight-lipped, and like, I should have clued in with all of the talk about references and everything, but I never once clued in.
I really like the fact that that just showed up. Like, I had no idea who Neku was back. I recognize him from maybe a demo that I played, but that's pretty much it. And I looked it up and I learned about The World Ends With You, and that was pretty banger.
Which one?
No way! Hey, that wasn't the deal. You said you wouldn't hurt it. Don't, Neku! They're too dangerous.
Yeah, Neku's got some clap. Oh.
Oh.
So this introduces Dream Drop Distance's main gameplay mechanic.
Which is us passing out?
Yeah, kind of. It's the dream part of Dream Drop Distance.
Okay.
So, it allows us to, if you will, select a different way to play through these games.
Okay.
There is a time limit-ish thing on Dream Drop Distance called the drop gauge / drop meter, whatever. Which is after a certain amount of time that you can kind of control if you're smart and you use particular items. You can choose to, you will switch between Riku and Sora.
Okay.
Which means that if we wanted, we could just choose one of us could play one of the two characters, or we could switch whenever we draw.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to come up with a new way of two. I was just thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, you've done several sections, and I only did the one section.
Well, all I did was a tutorial. Like usually,
Yeah,
what we
you
do is
did
we
it.
try to beat a boss. I haven't beaten a boss yet.
Yeah, but I did a tutorial.
Yeah, but you beat Ursula.
Yeah, but that was a tutorial.
She's a boss.
Okay. She didn't feel like a boss in that one.
She is a boss. She's the boss the same way Darkseid is.
Oh, okay. Darkseid is that first one, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we could either switch every time we drop, which
Or I could play Sora and you could play Riku.
if you want,
How often do we switch?
regularly enough. You can't, like, each world requires you to beat them with both characters.
Okay, so we'll both be able to play. Okay.
Late game though, we might want to change that up for every time we die. I don't know if you want to do every time we die still.
I think it'll depend on.
We'll give it a shot with just
Traverse
one
Town?
person plays one character.
I like how he actually says Traverse Town.
I think Sora did as well. You just didn't
Sora!
notice.
No, he didn't. He went.
Where are
"Oh,
you?"
this
No,
is-"
he went Traverse Town.
Oh, okay. I guess it's because you were playing.
He
the
literally
game
woke
with
up the
me.
same way he did the first time too.
Fell overboard after Ursula attacked, and then I think we opened a keyhole.
I forgot about the lady in the tram fountain.
You did?
One of the system worlds. My keyblade. It just sort of popped into my hand when I needed it.
Riku has an ongoing existential crisis out of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
Yeah.
It started.
I'm not surprised. I mean, that was.
Wow!
That was pretty big for him.
Portal.
But what happened to
Something
Niku
special
and...
between grounds without.
Well, who are
Who
you?
are you?
My name is Joshua.
What do you mean, portal?
Are we just skipping past the part where you tell me your name?
Yes.
Riku.
Hello there, Riku. Portals
He's also
are
from the
like
worlds with you.
things that link up our world.
Ah, so they both ended up with
World
somebody
you and I
different.
are standing in right now.
Well, if you recall, Neku is searching for.
It's been sort of
There you
split
go.
in half.
Two copies of the world.
Portals are what let folks like
Mm.
us cross between them.
There can be two of a world?
The world is as many things as people need it to be. The concept that we all live in the
Joshua
same
also
world,
is
that's
an
just
interesting
in our
character,
heads.
to say the least.
Mm.
Surely you knew.
I think it's because I haven't
I'll
gone
tell
far
you
enough
what.
in the game to see Joshua, and I
I've
didn't see
got
you
a little
playing.
errand.
Oh, Joshua shows up
Sorry.
in the second or
trust
third.
At least hear
Week?
me out. I'm looking
Yeah,
for
I
a
never
girl
saw
named
that when
Ronnie.
you were playing, or when I
She's
never made it.
on
And
your
he's
side,
a wild guy, man.
maybe even your friend.
Like, huge spoilers about who his character is, so I won't say
You
anything.
know Sora?
But you'll get hints of it.
Oh, so they're both in the same world, but they're in separate realities.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay, I wasn't understanding quite yet until he said that.
I don't know where he is. If he's
Because
not
I'm like,
in
wait a
the
minute,
world,
where is
I
Niku
can
and
only
the
assume he has to be in the
Organization 13 member?
Yeah, because that was in
Who-
this area, right?
Okay.
Yeah, who
wanna find
Niku made
Brian?
a deal with about
You
bringing
got it.
Sora to them.
Yep.
Let's
Because they have an obsession with Sora.
Yep.
Which I'm like, I get, but at the same time, it really annoys me because I'm like, there are other Keyblade wielders. I like how only now it does it.
Well, they explained to you in this game why they have an obsession with him. Unlocked link portals. So
I
link
thought
portals
they explained it in the other, in
are-
358.
are no. They initially thought he was the only user of Keyblade at the time of 358. So. Approach Big Dot and press X to access a link portal. You will face off against or a team up with spirits from other worlds. Each portal is marked with a difficulty level, so they're basically bonus stuff we could do. Some of them are harder than others. Sometimes you get an optional boss. The controls remain the same as Riku as they do as Sora, only has access to a different set of abilities.
Okay.
And he cartwheels instead of just dashing.
I don't even like Cheetos.
Well, then why
Because I need something to eat because my stomach's mad at me.
It's in the case.
My stomach's mad at me because of the energy drink, I think. No, my stomach was kind of mad at me before. Not that I really ate anything for the past day. Maybe it's from the lack of food the last 2 days. Ooh.
Power of these spirits, Spirits Ocean. Oh no, I don't care about that. Bye.
But there were 2 spirits that we don't have there.
Yeah, but you only borrow them. They don't get into your.
Oh.
They might get into your database, but you don't use them
Why
forever.
don't they ever attack you?
They being dream eaters, they won't go
He looks
after you
interesting in this
unless
game.
you're a dreamer. Which is
Like the way
funny because
they modeled
I've
the
got
characters
plenty
based off
of
just the
dreams.
2D art we saw in the Worlds with You is quite
They're
interesting.
definitely attacking me.
They only attack you if you're a dreamer, but
You think I'm a dreamer?
he has a lot of... Oh, it's because he's dead.
Every human being is a dreamer.
Yeah.
I had a friend once.
Well, they
who
attack
said he never
Neku,
dreamed
didn't
of
they?
anything.
They did, but they
Turned
don't
out
attack
that
Joshua.
His were the most powerful
Joshua
dreams
just
Copper.
made the line of... Because Rico's like, why don't they attack you? He's like, they only attack
Why
dreamers.
don't we give your dreams
And then he goes,
in this world
which,
they take form
which
as
is
dream
weird because
when
I
you
got
become
plenty of
great
dreams.
powers.
I get plenty of dreams, is what he said.
That's what he just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Joshua doesn't understand why they don't attack him.
Oh, yeah.
Creating a spirit. Gamori bat. Oh my god, feed it more of that. Copper, hello. What can I do for you, dude?
Hello.
No, you don't get any.
You can't touch your toes. Blech.
Gamori bat.
What's that bat from Mythology?
Camel sauce.
Which one?
Camel sauce.
I don't know that one.
Mayan bat god.
Oh, yeah, him. Oh, I should know that one. From Maya and the 3. But I think I was thinking
Yes, I think
he's a prominent
kind of
character.
appears.
He is the dad of the love interest.
I don't know if he's actually named Kamasato, is he?
He is. They used all the gods got their actual names.
I'm not sure about that. I remember kind of hesitating on the understanding of one of them, but I don't. Oh, hey, B.
Once I take you down, yo. me
Oh,
and
I recognize
go
you.
Back where we belong.
He's a lot edgier in the original game.
Go over this. You've been tricked by that rogue in the black coat.
What?
True.
Black coat?
I'm telling you, we need a friend of our enemy.
Just can it, alright?
You inverse psychiatry.
Let's go! 3 meters!
I like how Joshua actually seems to be smart. It's like, don't trust the people in the black coats.
Joshua, throughout the entirety of The World Ends With You, always seems to know more than he lets on. Sora and Riku each link with spirits in their own unique way. Complete the fill up a spirit's linkage and it will briefly lend you its power. Riku changes Link's Sora uses Link attacks to team up with spirits and take on the enemy. Riku changes Link styles, luring spirits to power up his combos for a brief period of time.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
Linkage will refill it as the spirits attack connect with the enemy. Switch to the Link command and press triangle to unleash an attack. So, you can link with 1 or 2 at the same time. And toggle with this, so yeah, much like you go to drive and stuff.
Okay.
We get a free link.
Darkness.
Yeah, Riku's amazing for that.
Well, it's because he's like Terra, where he's accepted both darkness and light.
Kinda.
Well,
It's the dark part a little more.
yeah, he has a. I'm finding that Riku is supposed to be going like his character starts sort of similar to Terra, but they diverge because Riku learns to accept both halves, whereas Terra tries to control the darkness and get rid of it because of the way that he's been taught, and then
This is stale, yo.
Playing the tough
ends
guy
up struggling.
24/7? I'd be worn out too.
I want to protect the one person who matters.
Yep.
Didn't he say a girl's name earlier?
Rhyme.
Yeah, her.
Why am I suddenly...
So I guess because they fell through the keyhole at the same time, it split them.
The Keyblade War.
But then also put them together. Wait, as in like the actual Keyblade War, or the one with?
Where it's basically the explanation that Ansel gives them about it.
The world was filled with
Oh, okay.
if many believe from an unseen
The
power.
one from the mobile games.
You see,
I think he explains it better, more like how it's explained in the Birth by Sleep.
Keyblade,
But
that
it's
none
such simply.
could ever lay hands on its mysteries. But in
At
time,
least the first one.
the
I was a
world
little disappointed when I
overrun by
downloaded
evil
the mobile
that
game
lie all
again.
for themselves.
It's a thing.
Because I know that they got rid of the first game, but then like for Union X, it's combined with the first game, but the first game is all just videos and then some old
And waged
old
a great
games that you
war.
could play, mini games. And I was like, this
We call
sucks.
this the Keyblade War. But though the war is
History
secret
lessons with
all
Jens
alike
said.
from the
Do
world,
do do.
the darkness
I still have it on one of my phones.
started.
And I'm like, I gotta eventually go through all of it because I never finished that
The
mobile game.
world was remade as we know it
This
today.
world has more light than darkness, apparently.
Countless smaller worlds shining like stars in the sky.
You know what? The
As
jalapeno
for the
one,
real Keyblade,
Cheetos,
it did
aren't
not
as bad as
divide
regular
the
Cheetos.
Pretty good.
The two elements that created it.
I used to love
one
Cheetos,
of
and then
darkness and
one
of
day I
light,
just started hating them. I
shattered
did not
into
like the
20
taste.
pieces.
And I think
7
this
of
one
light,
tastes more similar to
13
the old,
of darkness.
flavoring.
Oh, this is the
As
important
for
bit.
the source of all light, the one true
He's explaining that like the
power,
world split its light and dark into
was
20
swallowed
parts,
by the darkness, never to be
and then
seen.
Kingdom Hearts just disappeared.
As long as it remains there, even the brightest world will have its dark corner.
Basically forcing the worlds into a weird
After
balance.
all, light begets darkness, and darkness is drawn to light. For this reason, some decided to use the Keyblade, a weapon designed to conquer the light, to defend the light instead. These were the first heroes.
That's interesting because they designed it to do exactly the opposite of what people are using it now. The Keyblade War.
Yeah, because it was originally designed to.
It's a reopened Kingdom Hearts, I think.
Yeah. Well, he said the Keyblades were originally designed to
Conquer light.
conquer light, and they now defend light.
Mm-hmm. Good morning.
Where is he?
This game also marks the first time where Haley Joel's Osmond like hit puberty.
They're both gone. Before I fell asleep,
I'm glad that kid had
he and that creep in the coat
had such a
key.
long role.
But what was
Like,
the
he
deal?
still has the role of Sora. It's
Yeah.
not going
But
away
what did
anytime
it
soon.
mean?
He has he doesn't need to pick up other games. Like, he can if he wants. But he makes a lot of money off
Well, he's
this.
done a couple of the roles besides Sora, but
Yeah, but, like,
To look around.
he has a steady role.
the problem is I don't know if voice acting like actually pays all that much, especially for video
It
games.
can. It can either pay a lot or it can pay next to nothing. It all depends. But the longer you play a certain role, the better it gets. Oh, I should have read those.
It was about drop. So you see that drop gauge next to your face?
Ah, there we go.
So that's time. And certain status effects will accelerate or reduce the amount of time it takes to empty it out.
Okay.
The speed at which it empties is the 1.0, so it's at regular time right now.
Okay.
But if you get like sleep or other status effects, it'll increase or slow it down.
So basically it's how awake my character is right now?
Yeah, basically.
What's that?
I think it's Meowwow's attack. Go exploring.
I was very confused about when it needs to come.
Actually, now your thing's accelerating because you've been hit with sleep, I think.
What?
The speed is up to 1.7 emptying.
Why?
Because you got hit with the sleep. They have sleep effects.
Oh. How do I do that thing again?
Triangle and circle.
There we go.
Wow, Rancher.
Oh.
What's that? Nice try.
My brain was going, oh, in the last game it was triangle.
Yeah.
The last several games it was triangle. I can't really go anywhere else, can I?
Just keep looking around that corner, maybe.
Huh, that's through there.
Woo! Level 3! There's that big shiny thing right next to that door you went to. Look at that. I beat the crap out of it.
Oh, that's like the electrical thing that we had to do in the first game.
Yeah, so they don't know if you have thunder yet, so. You just powered up by beating it up. Boing?
Mail. What? What?
Well, they couldn't give you the same thing.
It was,
Welcome to the mail room.
I don't know why, but I want to cry. Like I said, I don't know why. Very confused. Where am I going?
Forward. You're gonna want to go on the ones like another way later. Die, potato!
Oh, in this game we didn't have to pick our focus.
Nope.
I think this is the first game where we don't have to pick it.
No. A lot of the spin-offs don't make you pick.
I guess 358 didn't make us pick.
Maybe the Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep did.
Kind of, but no.
Every single one of them we had to pick.
No. No. Each character had their own focus.
We get to pick for them.
No.
I thought we did.
No. Chain of Memories didn't.
I know Chain of Memories didn't, but I was pretty sure Birth by Sleep did because we got to choose it.
Nope.
How do I make that go down again?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I need to somehow get to the brain.
You can go on the wall, though.
Oh, the brain's so far away.
You gotta think in 3D. Dash into the wall.
Right. Yes. Dash. Dash is a thing.
Dash into the wall.
I tried.
No, like literally do it now. Dash, then jump, then dash into it again. Okay, jump. No, that's not the right button.
Try.
Fight the bad guys. If you'd like.
I don't really want to. I'm gonna try and figure out and move around.
I mean, you get free XP from, so.
True. Oops. Thank you for canceling that out.
Guess so.
Okay. So.
Dash. Then when you're pink, jump. Not square, not X, jump.
Jump.
Circle.
Circle, yes. Yes, I know.
Do that, then jump, then dash into it again, and then rinse and repeat. Basically gives you unlimited height.
Okay.
It's just that. You don't need to be double pressing stuff. I hear you tapping the buttons like you're panicking. Just calm down and do one at a time. There you go. There you go.
For a second, I thought I saw a sticker.
Nice.
No, go there, dumb bum.
Dumb bum. And then that's where you want it to go.
I want to go up.
Yeah, so that's going to lead you to another place where
That leads me there.
you could, if you could time it right and get onto the red thing, you'd be able to go to the green thing if you like.
What red thing?
It's that big red, like, scaffolding thing.
Oh.
You can bounce off of that, too.
Oh. No!
Did you say wow?
Oh. I'm still trying to shift.
Ice dream cone.
Okay, now I will go up. Don't want to try and time that. I'm not going to succeed. I want to see how high up does the bag go. That actually goes all the way up that I need to
So
go.
go ahead, give it a try. Okay, trigger test.
What?
I see a treasure chest.
Ooh, I see it too. Do I go get it now or do I wait?
It's up to you.
I'm very tempted to go get it now. Very tempted. I knew there was a reason why they showed me that, and it's because these. There we go.
Yeah, so I think that leads you to the next part. Should lead you to District 4, I think. Oh, you can save it.
Yeah. So we can come back and get that other stuff.
Oh.
Now, normally, I am like all about looting and making sure we get everything. But right now, I'm just trying to make sure I know how to play. What?
Most of the loot isn't that interesting either. There's another area you've never been to.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't recognize this.
It sure does have enemies though.
Come on.
Lol.
It's really cool, but not what I was saying before.
I think you can destroy those boxes.
Can I? Oh, these boxes?
Yeah, it looks like you could aim at them. And maybe try throwing a barrel at them. No, barrel. There you go.
Man, oh my god.
We're gonna want that cure spell real quick.
I'm sorry. I think it's because it's been enough games that my brain's just like, just do this. Even though I'm like, no, that's not what's popping. It's like it's not even popping up on screen like I'm used to. It's popping up down there. Like, had I played this directly after Birth by Sleep, I probably would have had a lot easier of a time.
Don't bounce your boy. Oh, there's a boss fight here way later in the game.
Is there? Oh, I guess because of the...
This is the only area, this is the only super boss in the game. Once you beat the game.
Run into the other one. Wait, where'd the others go?
My only issue with the super boss in this game is that once you beat it, you get the ultimate weapon, but you can't use it on, like, there's no other boss to fight.
How do I get the drop down?
You mean the drop down? How do
The
you
drop
reduce
gauge.
speed? I
Yeah.
don't know. I think you can use a dropping knot, which is an item that reduces the speed. I don't think we have any at the moment. No, begging.
Okay, so we have these all. These are all the things that we don't have equipped.
No, they're
No,
equipped. Anything with a
those are
neon is equipped.
So then this and this are not equipped.
Yep. You can go to your edit deck. And that's where you see the stuff. I'm pretty sure we equipped all the stuff we could in terms of the red.
But this can be altered.
Yep.
So like I can take that out and put it in
That's
one of
smart, yeah.
these.
If you want.
But we kind of need the put one.
You're the one playing Sora.
It's good for me to have it, but at the same time, I keep accidentally using it, and I don't need to.
Oh. That's our crafting material.
Okay.
That's everything else.
Okay, so we don't have anything else, and we're gonna get multiple keyblades as per Keyblade stuff, and because I hate the new things. Oh, the artwork is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, are those the reports? Okay.
Those are game records, so like minigames and stuff.
Character files, stream meters, treasure. Okay, so glossary is where we want to read through the things. I clicked on the first one, but we have not read through it.
It was pretty much only stuff that we kind of knew about already.
Okay.
If we get like secret reports, then we might want to read those, but the rest is like fun fluff stuff. So like, oh, what are keyblades? What the... Rogue figure, brave.
His identity is a mystery.
Unless you play Cody, maybe.
It does not take much to guess who it is.
Who do you think it is?
Another Xehanort.
But which one?
Gold.
Wrong.
Flashbacks.
We've already seen all that. Already played all those.
I'm sorry, I have to do it.
Or no, you really don't.
I know. I know that technically I don't have to do it, but I have to do it.
Good night, Captain Two-Face, sir. Thank you for coming by.
Night. See you. Huh, they're over here.
You know who else is gonna go to sleep?
Sora.
Yes.
Like he hasn't already slept for a year.
And then when you drop it, gives you drop points, and you get to use them for bonuses on the way too.
So now we're switching over to Riku?
Yep.
Ah.
So you can get potions for 10 drop points each. Little bonuses and stuff until you drop. You're gonna get some potions, because why not?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think Riku has different potions than you. His inventory is different from Sora's.
Oh. So then I will make sure to pick up potions next time.
What happened? Did I fall asleep?
Yeah, you fell asleep.
Where
I
are
expected these
Joshua
to be
and Bea?
spicier.
Hey, do you mind?
They're just helping.
Huh?
Hey, there she is.
Who?
No. Yes?
You, Ryan? You thinking the one that...
Right, yeah. The girl from the team. That, like, you meet really early on in the game.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
Sliding down. Riku has access to Dark Faraga, which is neat. What you reading there, darling? Or you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. That's good.
No, it was just our friend talking about the Shard subs that were free. I didn't know there was a free sub for Shard. Try it out.
I like that his Keyblade's keychain is the heartless symbol without the X.
Because it's technically Xehanort's plate, sort of.
No, it's...
Ansem's plate. Well, he was
It's a
actually-
representation that Riku wants to move towards the light, even though he's willing to use the darkness. It's the Keyblade he got at the end of Chain of Lions.
So the Ansem that we fought in Kingdom Hearts 1 was actually Xehanort
It's his
pretending to be.
Heartless. Yeah.
It's his Heartless pretending.
That's right.
We defeated that one, but his Heartless was still with Organization 13?
No,
His Nobody.
Yeah.
So we defeated his Heartless, we defeated his Nobody, and we defeated actually him because he possessed Terra. So now we just need to...
But he wasn't beaten though.
But he wasn't beaten, that's true.
He was saved by Aqua. She pulled him out of the world of darkness.
Yeah.
No. I didn't. Okay, so I didn't order those because I wanted the onion rings. I didn't order that because I wanted the onion rings.
Well, normally when you order something like that, you give me the onion rings, but I can't eat that.
I ordered them for all the other appetizers.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm Shiki. How about you?
Her name is Shiki,
Riku.
Thanks, Riku.
and she has a stuffy.
Hey, that's it?
Oh yeah, she
Shut
always
up
has a
girl
stuff,
and then
doesn't
just
she?
say,
You
"Sure,"
chat up a
and
girl.
walk off.
I'm bad at this.
I'm bad at this.
Look, it's not safe here. You should go home.
I wish I could go home. I'm already dead.
Leave me here. Aren't you my knight in shining armor? Well,
Knight?
Riku's flustered, Ada.
you get out much?
Copper, tell me to try it.
You remind me of this guy I know.
Ada's missing all the good stuff. Truly tragic.
Yeah, I started them around the same time.
Truly tragic. Ada's missing all the good stuff.
It's 2 hours downstairs.
Track down Joshua and beat. Oh, dude, stairs. I don't remember this game.
What district are you in?
I don't know. What was this? Oh, I think it's a locked door in the original game.
Oh, one that we never unlocked?
The one that you can't unlock. It doesn't exist in that game.
Hmm. That was 4th district or 3rd district? Yeah, 4th district. Because we had access to 1, 2, and 3. I know that.
I think so, yeah.
And I kept seeing a door for 4th district. I kept being like, can I open it?
This looks like the big back alley beside the. I do love that this place has graffiti now,
Yeah.
which is a really nice reference to the
Well
one of
done
the
to
view.
you. Yeah.
Oh, what the heck are you hitting me for, dude? Get yeeted. Get the panda. Explosion! Oh. The absolute Xanthopsopiness of this all.
Maybe they used the back alley as a...
This is just all that classic stuff.
They might have used like the back alley as like a reference point for making some of the other areas.
Like a needle boy. Like another Bow Wow. Make one of those dudes. What if I do Grim? Oh, I can't.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, well, he's mine.
I know.
I don't have the right stuff there. So when they're grayed out, you can't summon them. Dang. Needle boy. It's illegal to have a pet rat in Canada, you're saying? Yeah. No? I got friends with pet rats. Who are we gonna call this prickly man? What? Do you know a spiky thing in mythology? Hey, just not interested.
Oh, spiky thing.
I'm actually at a loss.
I want to name it after a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but that's not in mythology.
Which Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Yeah, that popped up for me too. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that looks like it.
What does that mean?
It is illegal in Alberta to
Have certain strains.
Her comment is
Any
confusing me
strain.
because she's like, Alberta has them everywhere. What the hell do you mean?
any strain.
What is that? Is that a rip on Alberta?
I have any strains
No,
of.
they have a lot of
Yeah.
Alberta.ca. Any strain.
Yep.
Ah, mais parce que, ok, ouais, parce qu'ils ont des champs beaucoup là-bas. Spiky thing.
Looking up.
We could call it Jiraiya because Jiraiya in Naruto uses the Nido Jizo.
I think it's like it's in the. I can't can't remember what that Yu-Gi-Oh card's called, but it's a monster that's in the same kind of strain as the Karibo, but it's spiky.
Sangan?
Maybe?
Sangan sounds alright.
I don't know, you can name it whatever you want. I don't like the ones that you're doing. I really don't like.
But they have the coolest fusions. I'm literally only like summoning what I can.
I know.
Wingman.
Are you gonna play with the new one too?
I don't remember what it is. Here we go. So spirit. Oh, he's not in my party, so he's not there. He has the Meow. Oh, we have access to the same ones. Oh, that's interesting. Jiraiya. He's a cat-like thing. Maybe we should have named this something cat-like.
I don't know. I don't like how it looks.
I don't like a lot of the designs. Some of them are cool. The Toxin Matter is pretty cool. Here's 35, so let's get that. Wake and Drain. Pretty rad, pretty rad. Heal gives us Confuse. That is a striker. I don't have access to it yet. Okay, let's go. Alright. I'm not sure where I'm going.
Well, we didn't really pay
Going
attention.
all the way over there, Riku.
Because that's the length of which it sent him.
Why didn't he aim at the thing I was locking on, you know?
Probably because you killed it and moved on to the next thing. Chest.
Item command's nice, so we got a potion of it. Oh, yeah. Defeat all the spirits. I'm down.
Oh, there was one of those in the town square.
Yeah, but some of them like let you summon stuff instead.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, so I didn't put in that there was something else with it.
You have to try. I don't count on the challenge fail.
I need to stop doing that. Sometimes I forget that I'm on this, like, I have the stream set off to the side. Because, like, you can leave the app, but the stream still continues and it's still on it. So usually that's what I end up doing, which is part of why I'm not always in chat, is because I'm doing something else on the phone.
Yeah.
As I'm watching the stream. But then I forget about it, so when I finish what I'm doing, I'll hit the power button.
Oh, you'll just turn it off, yeah.
Yeah, so it just turns it off, and then I'm like, wait a minute, go back to the stream.
Bonkers. Achieve victory without commands. Ah, that's what I'm looking at. Oh, this is the one that Riku does, yeah. This is, yeah, this is where you get to Merlin's place.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could do the stone and stuff. There's, like, the statue here. Now it has graffiti. At least now we know what happened to Traverse Town.
Bat lights. Yeah, because Traverse Town never came back.
Even though we never saw it disappear, we defended its thing.
Yep. I think it was end of the game.
What end of the game?
The end of the game, everything was falling apart because
Not in Traverse Town.
Yeah, all the worlds were getting swallowed.
No.
We like closed a bunch of keyholes, but then everything just sort of went to shit.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, darling.
The end of the first game.
We're at the end of the world, which is where the worlds that already died went, not where the worlds are dying.
Oh, I thought that it was because I remember here. I don't know why I was thinking that everything was starting to go once we got there.
We do get like access to the worlds that we defended via the storyline at the end there, but like there's those big light beams that we completely skipped out on right before Chernobog.
No, we didn't skip out on them. We had to do them.
We had to do a few of them.
Were there more?
I don't even think we had to do them.
Well, I remember
I think
you
we
being
went
like,
all the way to the end and then saved.
I know what it was. We were going into them and then just jumping forwards.
Yeah, so we didn't go into the beam of lights actually. We just moved past. I thought he was casting fire for some reason. This type of fantasy. Okay, that's not going as fast in the right direction as I wanted.
Yeah, I was about to be like, why are you turning around? You look like you're doing to me.
But I was attempting to do something fancy like it go faster. Speed all up like that, right? Full motion goes faster than you run.
Yeah. Oh, you're in the same area I'm in. You just went in the direction that I couldn't go in.
Yep. Each character has access to like a different part of the world sometimes. Good job, Uriah. Well done. Proud of you.
That one's new.
Oh, the ram? I think you killed one a little bit. Maybe I did. I know I saw one. This is the first time I've seen it anymore.
Oh, it was the first
Oh,
one I saw.
yeah, hello.
Yeah, because the ones that I was dealing with were like short, round, and
Yeah,
stubby.
the prickle names. Speaking of prickle name, what does it look like in the fuse?
You just got an aura.
I was just wondering how many different like forms he has, because I don't remember ever having a prickle name on the team as Riku. Yeah, that's the way you want it.
Yeah, that's the way that I came through. Also, there wasn't as much graffiti when I went through.
Oh yeah, you just didn't look at it right. Because I remember seeing a lot of it.
I thought it was just brick walls. I didn't see the graffiti.
When we saw the graffiti, I was like, I don't remember this during the super boss fight, but
What? I thought. Oh, I guess it's because I saw that blank wall there, and so I just associated that with the other side too.
Very likely. Hi. Bye.
You gotta go backwards that way.
Geronimo.
Oh, you said that wrong.
I said Geronimo.
Yeah, but you gotta say it with more oomph.
Why?
Because that's how you say it. You know exactly why.
No, people say Geronimo all the time. Oh, can't go there yet. Cool. Say Geronimo. Say Geronimo.
I forgot that was my song.
Yeah, close enough.
Don't you just love it when your camera's like doing it can't focus?
It's glorious.
It's like I can focus, but I can't.
Also focus. Nice. Kaboom! You can level 5? Oh, yeah. It's my friend. That's still locked.
Lupo.
Yes, welcome to the online thing. I don't think they have it online in this game.
The online thing?
Yeah. You can buy stuff? I think you can buy recipes.
You
Cool.
need medals.
Which you get by participating in this. Flick Rush. Fun card game where spirits battle spirits. Talk to the movement charts to play. With Flick Rush earn medals. These can be traded for commands, recipes, and more in the middle shop. So we're not going to do that on stream.
Okay.
Because it is the optional stuff, much like the tournaments in Birth by Sleep. Kind of a usage of our time that we could be putting towards better stuff.
But we did the
We did not do a lot of it. I don't think we actually did that much.
the tournaments.
Yeah, I don't think we did any tournaments.
We did.
Oh, we did the prisoner, but I don't think we did. We did like one stream, not even like maybe 30 minutes of it.
I thought we did a bunch of them.
We did them because we needed to get something from it. One of the reports, I believe.
Over there.
Yeah, we needed one of the reports in order to get the
We should
secret ending.
stick together.
Okay.
Perfect.
Shit leaves
You
Vision,
can't expect me to.
immediately gets kidnapped. Violence.
Wait,
No way.
Triggered.
How did you
No.
get here?
Who are you?
Pardon me?
By choice or chance,
are these new
you
members?
cannot control what you are not aware of.
Because isn't Organization 13
This
supposed to get some new
weightless
members
sleep
at some
will
point?
be your prison
Well, the organization that game we
to
are
wander
beat.
forever.
What do you
Because
mean?
we got rid of everybody, didn't we? Yeah, we beat
most of
everybody.
it.
Riku, don't you listen to that punk.
Beats.
Shiki's gonna be fine. She told me what's up. Hoodie here set this whole thing up, yo.
What?
He promised to send Shiki back to our world,
What?
and you was the cost of travel.
Her, the
Yo,
teleporting
this is
thing.
seriously
No,
one
she didn't
half-baked
teleport Beat
excuse
Saber.
for a mission.
Oh.
Bet you ain't even a Reaper.
Bet you ain't even a Reaper. I mean, he's not.
Ah!
All right. Who are you?
Say it all. That move.
I'm sorry. Why say who are you when you see his face?
He doesn't recognize him.
Oh, is that Terranor?
No.
I'm really sorry, Riku.
But he looks like the Ansem Nor.
It's all right.
He's.
Beat. Watch
I'm
her.
not saying.
I got this.
He looks like the Heartless one.
But he's not.
He looks exactly like him.
Yes, but that one wouldn't age or de-age. Defeat Huckle Monkey.
Oh, I guess that's a young version of Xehanort.
Well, he definitely wasn't the regular age we're used to.
I'm just saying, because Xehanort's Heartless was rather young.
No, he looked very much older than both boys.
Well, yeah, but like this one also looks older than both boys.
He looks their age, if you look properly enough. What? It said it was gonna. Okay, cool. Huckle Monkey. I played this game on Proud Mode, I'm pretty sure.
You played all of them on Proud Mode.
No, the first time I beat the original Kingdom Hearts games, I beat them on easy. Up until Birth by Sleep.
Anyways, he took off his hood and I immediately went Xehanort.
Yes, you're correct. It was young Xehanort.
By this point, I'm like, how? You have seen multiple different versions of him so far.
But he hasn't seen that one yet. It is not the versions that he's used to. It's not Terra's body.
Yeah, but they haven't seen Taro Xehanort yet.
They have. That's the one they're used to. Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, is using Terra's body.
Oh, see, I don't get Taro when I see the Ansem one because I thought that was the
Because
Heartless.
he's older, but that is the one that he is the Heartless. It's just that the Heartless was using Terra's body the entire time.
But then we defeated that Heartless, so that should have freed.
No, not necessarily. Terra's heart was already out of that body, so.
True, but his body should have been freed
Why?
because the Heartless was defeated.
But it's not. No, that wouldn't free. Why would that free him? Nice.
I guess I just thought, like, well, because of the way the Heartless are defeated, that possibly the body, like, the connection between the two would have been
Shot block in this game.
removed enough, especially seeing as part of the Heartless ended up in Riku.
Well, so what Kingdom Hearts has not explained in its meta yet is, or in its lore yet, is what role a soul has when involved in like the heart, body, and soul, like Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know. Oh dear.
Because yeah, isn't
So like it's fair to
Terra's
assume.
heart still in his armor?
Yeah. Well, we're pretty sure the heart is connected to the soul.
Makes sense.
Getting. Which is why the soul is what controls the nobody. So like the will and soul being in the same body. Well, the will is connected to the soul. Soul and heart being in one body. The way that Xehanort switched is, then the heart being separated from the body, but the soul remaining means that the Terranort's body remains connected to Xehanort's will. So it's still Xehanort's body, if you will.
Hey, what is this?
Wait, why
So
is
messed up,
Joshua
man.
there?
She's right here in front of me, and I can't reach her.
Why is Joshua there? Is he? I
He's not
thought.
with Rico anymore, is he?
But I thought he was.
Earlier.
But so did Beat.
If your
Yeah,
heart's
but Beat didn't disappear the same way because he came back.
Am I missing something from Sora's side?
Right.
Yes, you are.
Got it.
Neku.
I love how nobody's going Joshua.
No one's Joshua's partner.
Yeah.
You got the skull noise.
Technically.
Which
you
now
do.
I understand the name for. Beautiful.
Oh my god, yeah. It makes so much sense.
It's the Reaper symbol on the Keyblade. Oh hey, now let's play a game of What's That World? Oh, I guess I still have the controller.
I guess, because we're still on Riku.
Yeah, I guess we can drop if we want. So world map.
So do I still have to finish Sora's sign in that world?
Yeah, you would. So maybe I'll drop it first, but let's play a game of What World Do You Think This Is?
Notre Dame.
Yes. City of Bells.
Okay. Do you want to do the whole circle?
Which world do you think this is?
Tron.
Which one?
Legacy.
Yep. What about Prankster's Paradise?
That is the carnival from Pinocchio.
Yep. They're not that subtle with it.
What about the next?
we can't go
we
to
can't
those
see the
until
next
we-
set. You just like trying to make me guess everything.
Oh, it's great. I love it. Like this one I didn't know what it was quite when I saw it. Then when I again came in, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because I think the first thing you see with Sora is like Esmeralda or some crap. This one I knew what it was on the spot because I recognized I had just recently seen.
Well,
Tron,
when it
so-
showed us right away, I immediately got Pinocchio and Notre Dame.
Yeah, Monstro's like really prominent.
And the
so-
other one, I'm like, what the heck is that? And then, like, it took me a moment to be like, oh, wait.
Notre Dame.
I know what that is.
It's Notre Dame. Yeah, this one's just the grid, not Space Paranoids, which is interesting to me.
Yeah.
The City of Bells, Prankster's Paradise. I don't think I figured out Prankster's Paradise because I didn't see Monstro on the thing. So drop. A dog.
Oh,
Nope, different things.
yeah.
You can give him stat boost if you want. Reducing the speed of his drop. Increasing his attack stat. Increases his magic stat. Pardon me. I'm sure the mic picked that up, but I'm mildly embarrassed. You stinky. You big stink. Your breath smelly.
Yeah, I'll do those two.
Sure. Claim the bonus?
There's no bonus, but whatever.
Too bad. Now you know you're literally on the cusp of impossible.
Yep.
I think Sora's level 3.
Yeah, so see, this is
No,
what I've
Popper.
been fighting.
You've
So
been.
I didn't have the ROMs.
Nope.
The
The
Rams.
Rams?
The Rams. I've been
Copper,
doing...
leave it. Stop annoying us, dude. I don't know what you want, but you've already gotten it.
I think he's just wanting more in the dungeon, because sometimes that's what he
What
wants.
he's got? No, he wants Cheetos. I think that's what he wants.
Hmm.
Sparkle dive.
Yeah, my question. Okay. How do you do the spirits again? Spirits.
Create spirit. And then you have recipes or not. I don't think we have any extra recipes. So you just kind of create new ones if you have the stuff for it. The best way to figure out is just pick one item and then we make your way down the list, see what you can create out of it.
See that one? I want the sheep.
Okay. Feed it the only high potion we have. Not that.
I thought it would give it the
It
ability
makes it a
to-
bit tankier.
Oh, okay. I thought it would give it the like you're attaching it to that one and then it.
Oh no, you're
uses-
feeding it to it the same way you would add items and crystals to it.
Okay. Well, it's already
recipes
a
and
level
everything.
4, so I'm happy with that.
What's a sheep? Aries? We can call it Aries.
Mm.
Like AIRES? Like the zodiac sign?
Oh, okay. That I'm okay with. Not a huge fan.
They are.
I'm not a huge fan of the god.
E. I mean, anything representing war is kind of rough to like, yeah. So there you go. She's like in Fairy Tale, you know, the one that's paired with Leo. I think you can. It's the enter button at the bottom right.
I was looking at him going up. What is it?
Disposition mumbler.
Screw.
See if you can make new ones too.
What about that one?
Oh, chance of something special happening in that one.
But I don't want a bat.
No, like check what happens if you go on. Like, sometimes I can turn to something else. No, I'm not big enough though. Never mind. 70% chance, but we don't have enough material for it, I don't think.
Okay.
Panda, weird wizard thing. My bad, I meant Jester. And then you gotta add the other one into your party by pressing the menu.
Yeah, but I want to pet him. How do I do that again?
Press X on it. And then you just kind of hold the X button.
Pet. Poke. Poke.
Belly poke. I think this thing is supposed to be like based off of Carbuncle.
Maybe. It's really cute.
Of course it's cute. It's supposed to be Sora's first Pokemans. Change to sidekick. His eyes are different now. F3?
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
I wonder if it's for the backup character. Essentially. So you can swap them out if they start having trouble. If you want to switch your moves.
Probably.
Look at the baby shape.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Doesn't like getting poked. Snooze maker. Its eyes changed. So when their disposition changes, their eyes change.
I like the eyes now.
Jeez Louise.
What?
It's getting a lot out of those.
Right?
Like earlier I was getting 3s and 2s, now it's getting 5s, 13s. I think it's enjoying this.
Yeah, because this one still only gets like 4.
Yeah, it wasn't in like a bonus mode, I guess.
Yeah, but this one is like really
freaking great all the time. Look at the relationship, like the gauge, the heart gauge.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, so I used it to max because it's so happy, and I'm like, if I can get it to go.
No, I think it's calmed down a bit, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's calmed down.
You do get diminishing returns by petting them. You can't just pet them to maximize all their stuff on the spot.
Don't poke its eye. Got it.
Yeah, that is important. So you can check their skill gauge or skill trees right now by going into ability link. Yeah. That's for Kirbiros. There you go. Easiest peasiest cure increase. The level gauge is. Oh, you only got 28 points. Get sleep, which we kind of already give it a name. Yeah, so those gates, the level gates or the requirement gates, they light up red when you can use them. So right now you can't get past the level gate on the Bow Wow. Bow Meow.
Wait, what?
Go into, yeah, so the Bow Meow, you can see the next thing that says level. When you surpass the level it needs, not that one, the other one. Yeah. So when it hits level 10, it'll light up red, telling you can open it even if you're not, like, if you didn't know the requirement, for example. Like, you'll know when it's 10, obviously.
Yeah. Granting the ability of magic haste.
Boost.
Magic boost.
Secret.
Ability link.
Sometimes that opens up new ability boards, new extensions, new branches.
Okay. Magic haste, item boost. Okay.
What's nice is they all have their own separate like link points. If I remember correctly. So even if you get like a certain amount, you don't have to worry about which one you're training. That's not true. That's not what I was trying to say. You don't have to worry about which link points you're using when training two of them at the same time because they're all going to go. They're different sets of link points. It's basically character SP for Pokemans.
So does this mean that we could eventually get one of those rams?
Yeah. Almost every Dream Eater you see that's not a boss you can eventually get.
Yay. You guys are attacking each other.
I think they were trying to attack something that's dead now. Get him.
Get him.
Kill him.
Oh, this is the direction that you came down.
Yep. Which means it's probably a borrow. Oh, no, it's the beat him in 20 seconds. It's just in the battle now?
Where is it?
I have to find it. Oh.
Not cool.
It was on top of a box, right?
Yeah, it's on top of a stack of boxes. Oh, I think it's up here.
Oh, it's got an Alpor, that's for sure. It's over there, down there.
Yeah, but I failed the challenge.
Maybe you can still win the fight and get that bonus instead of just... Is that a nothing? You just don't get the pose?
That was not easy to figure out where it disappeared to.
Oh, that's my ouch. Finish! So you get the rampant prize, but you don't get the bonus prize.
Yeah.
Oh, nice try.
This is why I took potions off, is because I...
Well, now you have cures, so...
Yeah. So I don't need the potions as much anymore.
I mean, my mentality in this game was always having 2 cures equipped, just because of how scared I was of running out of MP when things got hard.
What?
Lol?
Can I not go up there?
You can dash into it instead of just jumping. Slow motion, darling.
Right.
Nice. Okay, Affinity went up with the ram.
Yeah, I've been hitting things at the same time as the ram.
Honestly, that's a lot easier than it sounds to just time your attacks to them, because they'll literally be attacking whenever you want.
It's just I haven't been able to time any of Bow Wow's.
Yeah.
Have I?
So when you see Link up, show up, it's pretty much because you hit at the same time. And with your Bow Meow, the only reason it hasn't affinity'd up is because you didn't pet it. It didn't get as much LP from petting, or heart points or whatever.
Heh.
He said, "No, I'm back."
Woo! Where'd it go? There it is. I know I didn't go collect the other ones, but I found more. I like how Riku doesn't have a scene, but we do.
No, that's because this is the boss fight, I think.
Hey, any chance you're Neku's partner?
Huh? I'm not really sure. All I know is that my name is Rhyme.
You mean you've lost your memories?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Common ground.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, because Neku gives up his memories
Sometimes
in the first
memories
game,
just
the
need
first
a
week
little
of
help
the first game.
getting out.
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
Sora doesn't have
That's
memory.
true.
Is missing memories too.
Oh,
You know?
a little help.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean from
I
January?
know.
Yeah.
Maybe Neku can jog your memory. Come on, Ryan. Let's go
I think
fight.
in Coded they figured that out, actually.
Oh.
At least not the data Sora did. I don't know if Sora does. I think they recovered the data from Jiminy's journal that was lost in Chain of Memories.
Ah.
So that's the Flick Arena. Fourth district.
Yeah, ha, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, ha.
Oh jeez. My fatigue is catching up to me.
Hey. Hey.
I'm more awake right now than I was before the stream started.
Interesting.
Well, I took the energy shot.
So did I.
Maybe it's because I slept so much today?
Possible. Meanwhile, I'm heavily due for like.
Yeah. Because you did not take a nap today.
I
Because I basically spent all day asleep. Which kind of annoys
haven't
me.
slept properly in like 9 days. You could buy stuff you already have. Oh, you can paint the Dream Eaters level.
One of these. One of these.
One is like gonna be able to change the color.
How many do I need?
Let's say 10 maybe.
And
They'll change color, but not like drastically.
and can like I get them to be 2 different colors?
I don't think so.
Dang.
Like I recommend checking it out. Like it's the kind of thing you use it on them once, and then their color starts shifting one way.
Got it.
Hey, you got. What are the other recipes they're selling? We might as well buy those. I'm gonna go pick one I already used. That's it.
I already have those.
Hey.
If I can alter them to being the way that I want them to do. Also, training toy. Okay. I should have picked up more training toy stuff.
I mean, I never use training toys.
Oh, that it could be useful.
Yeah.
It's my thinking behind it.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just don't. I didn't give a crap regarding like whether or not they were training properly or not. Like, what is this, Digimon? Nah.
How do I use items on them?
You can't.
No, there's specific items to use with
Yeah,
them.
I don't remember. Go into items. Stock. Maybe you'll be able to use the items there.
Oh.
Maybe we can't use items right?
Maybe?
Go to bond, we should be able to use it. And then, training to square, yeah. Your spirits will bounce balloons towards you. Tap the touchscreen in the corresponding area to bounce them back. Tap as the arrows appear from our points. Try to wait until the last possible moment.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Touch screen. That's a count.
I need to hit the touch screen, right?
Touchpad in the place where the balloons show up.
Oh, that explains it. Am I boring you?
No, well, no, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. The bright side is I'm getting to a day off tomorrow.
It's true. Have we decided which day we're going for Love and Thunder?
It sounded like tomorrow.
Okay. $37. Wow. One up by 28 and one up by 27. So there's a bunch of training stuff that we already have, but I don't know how to use the other items.
Oh, like the pink cup?
Yeah.
No, sure. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
You're getting another one of those?
Yeah.
You should not drink two in the same night.
Fight me. It's really not that bad.
No, well, they
Honestly, sometimes I wonder if
say-
they're like placebos or not. They say nothing.
No, the site says something.
Do not exceed 2 bottles daily. Consume several hours apart.
Yeah.
It's been an hour. It's been 2 hours.
Has it?
Yes. See?
But that's not several hours.
I mean, it's more than one. I'm sorry, it's the caffeine.
I was
Just go fight the boss already. This one's way more cinematic.
Is it?
Yeah. Neku-chan?
I guess it's because Neku doesn't learn the... He's being duped.
Hey, Neku, it's you.
What?
So,
They followed him.
What?
Flow motion. Don't worry about it.
you actually still trust me?
Of course I do.
They had to put you in the
You
boss
know
arena.
that I tricked you, right?
That's like when you
Like I
fight
black
the other
hole.
guy, you just suddenly end up in a
You said you could
greenhouse.
Send me home. Me and my partner.
You know the thing
But I had
with
to
white
bring you
paint
to him first.
in the bathroom, stick on the
Sorry.
washing machine?
I wasn't sure how to set that up.
No big deal.
Ask, because
When it
the
really
goal is
mattered,
to not
you stood
keep
up
the
for me.
door closed.
And besides,
Oh, I left the door open. I thought I left the door open.
Right.
No, it's maybe
Friends.
somebody else closed it, but if you don't put the white thingy,
Yeah, I purposely try to leave the door open so that
Sumayas.
way
oh,
it has
hey,
some time to...
Neku,
I'll
This
show
is
you
your
tomorrow.
rhyme.
You play
Is
with
your
it
game partner?
until you can keep the
No.
door open.
Sorry.
Pretty much that.
I'm teamed up. with
Rhyme is not his
someone
game
else.
partner.
what?
Huh?
Rhyme.
That's how they're teleporting.
Neku!
In the same move.
No,
But not the same boss.
Hey,
Kind of
wait!
looks the same. But he doesn't reveal his face to him.
Nope.
He reveals
my
it to
way.
Riku because Riku should know the face.
No.
Not bother ability.
It's the same name, but not the same actual like fight. The other one's a mage. This one's a physical fighter.
Oh, I think I made a mistake then.
Well, you still have Kira. Also, you can link for a second. You can link in the Twitch window, I think.
How do I do that again?
Start by Kira, because you're dying. And then you click on the left on your D-pad, I think. And then you go to Meowance. In the bounce. Just go up.
Where is he?
He moves as well, you know? He hit some stuff. If you use 2 of them at the same time, it does a lot of damage.
Okay.
It also lasts longer. Okay.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. He talks in his sleep. Sometimes he complains in his sleep, sometimes he laughs.
Oh, you know how I got him to go to bed today?
Huh.
I asked him if he wanted to drink.
So cute!
He said yeah. I said, you like dreaming? He says yes. I says, would you want to go dream? And he says yes. I said, you gotta be sleeping. He said, okay. And he climbed into his bed. Oh, you can eat him.
Night.
Oh, you can double link, Ada.
Oh, I can?
Yeah. See, they will say link.
So,
And then you do Whomper Stomp.
I think he smashed me out of it.
Oh no, she's dead. You would have won that if I hadn't interrupted you, but you could just hit retry.
Thank you. I was going, wait a minute.
Well, like I said, we can adjust as we go, but for now we're both playing as one character, right? So.
Yeah.
Wait a minute!
But the physical fights are typically the ones that you excel at, and I excel at the magical fights, I guess.
I don't know why they made them this way. I guess you're expected to make Sora a magic caster.
So then they deal with...
They're opposites, is what I may have thought.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Riku is much more physical and everything.
Yeah, but Riku gets dark for Aga, so... You can double link again. There you go, now it works. Then you just... Go... Just floors him, and then... And it's a
Where the
lot.
fuck is he? I can't...
He's that big purple spot on the map.
Okay, so I was going...
Oh, but the problem is that you can't do the jump. That's so dumb.
That is very dumb.
Oh, his hand's super. Oh, he's hammer.
What?
Ooh, you want to do it. What? Yes.
How the fuck am I supposed to get back up there?
It's slow motion, the same way as usual.
Oh, he came here.
Yes. He's also going to come back up after a while because he wants to break the... Oh.
Break the dome.
Yeah.
We already gone back up there. Oops.
So remember, jump, dash, jump, dash. Yeah, he switches his arms from like punchy to claws. I forgot about that.
I want to go somewhere where I can actually jump upwards and not get stuck. Ah! That nearly brought me all the way up.
Oh, yeah. Claws. Oh, that looks like this guy. Oh, yeah. The boxing wins it. Kind of sad. Also, just in case you didn't realize, yes, you can be. You can drop in the middle of combat. I think it makes you restart the boss fight though. Flow motion OP.
I want to try the double link again with him a lot closer, but I gotta wait.
They actually got a link with you. You need to get them link points, but they don't seem to be very keen on attacking him at the same time as you right now. You got him.
Yay, I did it.
Maximum HP deck capacity still give you bonuses and stuff.
Deck capacity, that's our command deck, right?
Yep.
So that means that I can put in another spell.
Yeah.
Or attack.
Look, he's so confusion. Okay, boy.
Is this what happened with Riku? This isn't what happened with Riku.
I think we killed it with Riku.
We did, but I don't remember it doing
I
this.
might have done it. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I did.
And then you get to see the other world for a second, because he sees you saw Sora.
You saw them walk up to you.
Riku!
Hi, Shiki.
Oh, this is when they go for their fight.
Yes, because chronologically this happens before.
Oh, and there he is.
Hello, Neku. How long the days without you have felt.
You hitting on him at the portal?
Ryan! I'm glad you're okay. Neku, do you know this guy?
Yeah. Joshua.
He's my
friend.
Friend.
Well, Neku has.
Okay.
We already know how much
Are
Neku
you the
loves
one
people.
who took Rhyme away?
Yeah.
And why do you know my name?
If you'd like to settle down for a sec, I'll field your questions one
I would
at a
not
time.
like to settle down. Get back.
Let's start with Rhymes. I'm hanging on to her dreams for her. They're my portal.
Yeah, that's an interesting way of putting that.
Let's just say her dreams are a gateway between worlds.
Oh,
Copper!
Next question.
Really thought I wouldn't notice
How
you
could I
going and sniffing?
possibly know your name, right?
Don't try
one
to
has a
suck
little
up.
secret.
Stealing another dog's food. Don't make me kick you out of the living room.
Well, she had already eaten the food. He went to go investigate to see if there's more. And now she's back to make sure he didn't take
You've
it.
been fed, dog.
So of course I know you. I dreamed you up. I know your best friend Riku too.
I dreamed you up.
really?
Get lost. No sucking up.
Well, yeah. I'm kind of omniscient.
I'm kind of omniscient.
Then where is he?
He's right inside
There's
this
him
projection.
fighting the other side.
In another imagining of this
That's
world.
where he met.
You mean another
handsome
Traverse
guy.
Town? Can I get there with your portal thing?
Sad
Well,
to
technically
say, it
Xehanort,
won't work
but he
for
looks
you.
like
My
Xehanort
portal
handsome.
thing
Yep.
only
He's
opens
young.
for the one with Ryan's
Only
dreams.
opens for the one with Rhyme's dreams.
In this
Womp womp.
projection, you're seeing another chain of events in another world trapped by the dream loops. As for how the world got split in two, I have a feeling you'll need to ask
There you go.
this guy.
And then we'll get
Him
to see it
again.
again.
Who's that?
He has Tara's hairstyle.
He has the same, but like longer. So
Which is why I automatically went, oh, it's Xehanort handsome.
I think that the thing is that, like, in Terra's body, he grew the same way he would have grown prior.
Yeah.
And Terra's like older than the young Xehanort, so. Rhyme beat.
Something is happening here, and I can't hear anything, and I'm very sad.
We're not hearing. There's no dialogue. We're just seeing them.
Okay.
There might be music, but
Well,
this is because we beat both sides at this point.
so they can now.
Something happened that brought their existence to an end.
Oh, yeah, they do tell us that they're dead.
Keep them from
Mhm.
fading altogether. I gathered up the very last remnants of their dreams and looked for a place to give them refuge.
That place was Traverse
It
Town.
was then this world appeared
And then
to answer my
he's
call,
actually there for both of them.
and Ryan's dreams allowed us to reach it. Here, I thought they might have a chance, that the pieces of their dreams could make them whole again. Imagine my surprise when I realized dreams
Now they're back in their world fighting the competition.
by linking their dream pieces back
I think they're still
together.
here, actually.
Maybe I can make them exist again.
Well, yeah, this heavily foreshadows the end of The World Ends With You.
It can't be that simple.
Because major spoiler for The World Ends With You, number 1.
By
Yeah.
ourselves, we're no one.
Joshua is the game master for that game.
Look at us and see
Oh.
He's the one who runs the Reapers game.
all they needed was for someone to see.
And, like, that means that, like, throughout the entire time where they're trying to, like...
Just who are you?
Let's say a friend.
Which is why. Oh!
He does not do that in the original.
So is that why Niku kind of went
A friend?
a friend?
I don't think Neku knows until the end of the game, so I don't think he knows in this.
That's a possibility.
Sleeping Keyhole.
Got the thing for your nails, your ears are next.
So, like... Throughout the events of The World Ends With You, you learn that Joshua decided to participate in it for whatever reason.
Which means
To try and, like, conceal himself from some of the Reapers that wanted to take him out. Okay, Copper, hush. No, you've been. Stop. You're being a little pain, dude. You've been fed twice and, like, less than usual.
Lie down.
You must let them guide you to the sleeping world.
He's very much enjoying the pets.
7 pure lights.
7 pure lights. 7. Why the number 7 again?
Because every pure light represents the 7 warriors of light.
And free
Or the 7 princesses?
Yeah, they represent the same. It's 7 versus the 13 of. They're the way the world was split.
I will name you both.
So it's the 7 versus 13.
Masters.
So that's technically 14 versus 13.
7 versus 13.
Except there's 2 sets of 7.
Well, the princesses aren't fighting with the Keyblades, are they?
True.
Although one of them is.
Yeah, one of them is.
So now you get to pick. Where are we going? Where are we dropping boys? Actually, preferably you take a look at the comment levels to see where we're going. 18, 14, so probably want to go see the bells.
Yeah, because we're...
Level 6.
This is my first time doing a drop.
Yeah, good luck. Remember the control?
No.
Slow down with circle. They're actually all at the bottom left.
Okay. I didn't even notice that when you were playing them.
Joe, you just gotta beat 15 enemies. And you can combo, much like this two.
Ah!
Maybe don't run into those.
I didn't know such thing.
Fish. Why?
I don't know, I thought you need to use it.
Well, I mean, you can use it when you want to kill them. You need to kill enemies.
I'm not understanding how to use...
Aerial brake slows you down, so if you're gonna run into something, you just stop. That's a dodge, so when you're getting attacked, you can dodge. And then your attack is what you want to do with it.
This is because my attack moves me so far forward.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually move you forward. There it goes. Mega Flare. Just hit Mega Flare. Triangle. There you go, problem solved. And then you just get to the end.
I thought I could make that.
X might have gotten you past it, but I'm not sure. Oh, you can cast Mega Flare again. I didn't realize you could move it. Copper, I can still hear you, dude. You're not subtle. This guy over here thinks he's so today. Go lie down, dog. Go lie down. Lie down. Come on. Lie down. All the way. Lie down.
Shouldn't we be starting this one as Riku? Because I just finished?
Chronologically, Sword technically goes first, so. Lie down.
Sora always goes first. No matter what it
Well,
is.
you start the game as Sora, right? So.
Yeah.
Copper, lie down.
Lie down.
You're literally being a butt. Please lie down.
All
We're
the
not gonna
way.
refeed you, and we're not gonna.
Lie down. Oh, hellfire!
Stop.
Stop.
Who?
What?
I've never seen you before. Your name?
I'm Sora.
Why am I not
Thank you.
surprised that they show him?
Such disgusting attire.
You're a gypsy.
Judge Frollo, sir.
What is the matter, Captain
Yeah.
Phoebus?
Okay,
Phoebus?
dude.
See, I am interrogating this gypsy.
I would like to apologize immediately for every time they say the word gypsy, because I know that some people do get offended by that. I know that it is considered a pretty bad word for some people, but I did not write the script. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw up the content warning right away.
Oh yeah, because there's a bunch of different places that do that.
Other Romani people don't always like the word gypsy.
But it's not just the Roma.
That is the people that are called those.
Yeah, but there are others that are
Now the streets
not
teem with even more
Romani.
disgusting
Because there's different kinds.
No, that is used to describe the Romani people in that time.
Oh, okay. Because I know when I watch the show called Gypsy Weddings, you see they talk about Romani gypsy. Sorry, I'm using the exact phrasing that they have in the show where they say they're Romani gypsies, and then there are other kinds of gypsies that show up. Because there's more than one. But I mean, in that show, they all very actively call themselves gypsies, so.
So some people like to reclaim the term.
Yeah.
But that
Which
is not
is-
for me to decide. I would like for you, freaking Streamlabs, to allow me to move the thing I want to move.
It being weird again.
It's being dumb, actually. I'm trying to move this stupid text box, and like every time I try to click on it, it's clicking on literally everything else. Thank you. Judge Frollo, there is an extra thick gypsy girl outside. Oh, I'm not using the word. I'm trying to
I
quote
knew it
TikTok.
was Dream Eaters.
Look at my
What
boy.
are you doing? You need to run.
They love me.
No, I couldn't. Today's the festival. And look, I'm the king of
Oh, you
fools.
poor soul. Nice. Quasimodo. Why does he have...
Quasimodo!
In my head, he has Alan Rickman's voice.
It's my master.
Huh. Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Is that the original actor?
No, Alan Rickman's the one who plays Snape. I don't know if he
Please
plays him.
stop. Why
I don't know
doesn't
PlayStation
anything ever
4.
go the way I want it to?
Get to safety.
Let me help.
Loud Frodo.
Huh?
Hello,
Who are you?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. I'm a gypsy.
Thank you. I'm Sora.
Wait, so everybody's shown up here, so who does Riku end up dealing with?
Why
Or is
not?
it not split?
Tony J in the original, Corey Burton in Kingdom Hearts 3D. And Corey Burton is a very popular voice actor known for characters such as...
Okay. Now you've got my attention.
Ludwig von Drake, Captain Hook, Dale, Jens Sid, and the Magic Man. He plays both Hook and Drake. That's great. Look, new Dream Eater.
Yes.
New Dream Eater just dropped. You got plants. Remember how plants were?
No! Plants? Oh.
Yeah, they're not as annoying. You can also use your, when they shine like that, you can use your new, what's it called? Flow motion. Ooh, good.
Not what I was aiming to do, but
Balloon.
I'll take it.
He gets them. Destroys them. There's an extra kick. Going outside with no shoes on. That's literally one of my favorite TikToks. I am a punch man. No temptation can stray me from the path of God. Count Frollo, there's an extra click girl outside with no shoes on.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And people use that like squished face filter, so like their
Yeah.
nose disappeared, and you had the little hands. Oh, you got armadillo rhinos now.
Jesus Christ. What is it?
You can still use them.
But I'm waiting to do the double.
I mean, you can. The doubles are incredibly like limited in variety.
And
It's
again.
the wrong one.
Yeah. And
I actually like the flow motion in this one. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that was a flow motion.
Yeah. That's right, they're large. You hit, you press the triangle and circle for the. I'm not sure they're called flow motion. They're called it's reality shift. That's what they're called.
Oh, reality shift, I think so.
So those are the ones that allow you to do attack mini games and stuff. Just hit triangle and circle at the same time when they're flashing pink, and it gives you a different game. So then you just get to pick the path that you want, and when you get to the end, it does damage to whatever you see it. It's called Faith Line. What a name. I don't. Oh yeah, you get flow motion attacks off them. That's this thing. So you can just trigger flow motion with every those things.
Okay. I know you make it a little bit easier.
Here you go. Drop some.
Because I'm not good at this.
I mean, it's fine. You get the boss.
Yeah.
If memory serves, back when I was playing the original, it took me about 2 runs of each character to do a world.
A what?
To finish a world. So like when I do one, and then it either forces you to drop halfway through the world, or you just drop because time runs out, and then you move on to like the next character, and then you do the same thing. So like, generally, unless you use like a drop me now or something, the speed makes it so that that's pretty much what happens.
I'd like to at least finish this fight, but I'm really struggling with these bigger
Oh,
guys.
there's the big stuff in
The armadillos are what I'm struggling with, and that's annoying.
I'm gonna take an attack in. I drop this out now. I'm not gonna do that. Wow, 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 wow.
He's directly behind us.
Yeah, he's been a butt, so I told him to sit up.
Yeah, but I thought he'd go off to the side or go somewhere else, but he went directly behind
You know, for
us.
someone who's resting, you look pretty awake. Oh, right. Fight the boss in this one.
I'm just getting water.
He thinks he's going out again, I swear to God.
Lie down. Bedtime. Robert, bedtime. I know you know what that means. Which I'm surprised that you brought up his comforter.
I washed it because it was in the pile, that's all.
Oh, no, it's there so that way he can lie down on it, because that's where he chooses to lie down.
Well, I know, but like I just picked it up because it was literally in the pile of stuff I picked up. Blankets and stuff, clothes. I don't want to like, overdo things, right? So I don't want to just do a whole bunch of laundry that we weren't authorized to do.
Cool. We should probably have stuck our... I probably should have told you to stick our sheet in there.
Ah, well. It's time to fight the Debbie. Oh no. Oh no.
I know. How do I not know? Sit properly. Sit properly. Come on. I saw that leg move. He immediately saw my foot go forward and he laid down on the other side. Because that's the hip, the one that he sits on is the hip that's been bothering him.
Yeah. I wonder why it bothers you, dog.
Yeah, but that's been bothering him since he was a pup. It's just, it's becoming more and more.
Someone is annoyed by something.
Ugh,
Oh, dude, she got wings. Ring open!
Do you have to finish this in a certain amount of time, or did you
You get like an A rank or.
Okay.
Stop her! No shoes on.
She looks a lot thinner here.
Does she?
Yeah, she looks like really thin.
Well, she used a 3D model instead of a 2D drawing, so.
True.
You there? Have you seen a
It's like, because part of what they
Nope.
like, part of the joke is
Sorry.
that she's slightly
All right.
thicker, and she was one of the first
Thanks.
Disney female leads that was just slightly thicker.
terribly
Like,
sorry,
she's still nicely built, but
We've lost her.
she was more athletic
Mm.
because of what she does, whereas here she doesn't look like she's athletic.
I'm beginning
You know what? I like the style of having multiple rings on one hand, but every time you see a character like that, they're always jerks.
Yep.
Like Crocodile from One Piece. He's rocking like 2 rings on his right hand, and I'm like, dang, dude. It's pretty banger, but he's also like the worst character we've met so far.
I think it's because you wear multiple rings when you get the
stood up for
opportunity.
me.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm
That's
Esmeralda.
reasonable, I guess. Oh,
Riku.
Yeah, her neck's slightly taller and
Not
her
like I
face is
know
not
what
like I
thinner.
know what that is.
Why are they chasing you?
Because
Solo has been hunting us for years.
racism is the easiest
He
answer,
thinks
my
we are
friend.
Yeah.
guilty of nothing but loving our freedom. Yet Frollo hates whatever he can't control. Now he's
I mean,
inviting
This
Yes.
is this movie came out like in the 90s, right?
Oh yeah, and like the first thing you see is him killing
Yeah,
Quasimodo's mom.
It's wild to me that like they literally
More.
like had this movie which
Always like
basically
this?
not necessarily cusses out the Catholic Church, but
But if you'd like, you could
but
join them together.
does speak
pretty
out-
representative about the history of it.
Yeah, the whole point is that it was supposed to be. It's based off of.
Notre Dame de Paris, which is a,
Yeah.
a French book, I think written by Victor Hugo, but I'm not quite sure.
Which isn't it supposed to deal with? Doesn't that book actually talk about? Like it's a. It heavily references or is inspired by actual events.
Well, yeah, the actual like I don't know if like all the events are actually based off real things, but there was a historical moment where the Romani people attempted to get asylum in places because they were getting booted out of like every single country and city they could put their feet in.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do.
I will take the cure spell. I think we should have that. Yes, good. Because we have the same character, we have the same
It's,
Pokemans, we have the same.
it's fine. But yeah, because that's something that I remember was like, yeah, it's.
Oh, that's the head you're at.
That was something when I was younger, I was like watching it, and even as a kid, I understood that. I understood that it was,
The answer is racism.
well, yeah, like, immediately I understood that, like, hey, look, this is something that is happening, and, like, it's not your typical villain versus hero, and I think that's why I liked the movie so much, was because I guess it hit home, or it was something that I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that was the point of like making the movie in the first place, writing the book and whatnot. I don't remember if it's Victor Hugo, but if it is, like it is in the same like vein as the Les Miserables, Les Mis. The same kind of
I
mentality was
did
behind
not understand it either way. I think I might have understood what you were saying. When
it.
you were
Les Miserables.
saying, no, I don't know what you're saying.
It's that story where there's Jean Valjean. He's a prisoner that just got released from prison, and he attempts to immediately steal like silverware from a church, but the priest, knowing that he's attempting to get his life back together because he just got released from prison, allows him to walk away with the stuff. So Jean Valjean becomes basically the best man he can. Sees it as like his chance to become normal, not normal, but like a better man than he is. I wanted to go into here to change my equipment. Oh yeah, give me that skull noise, baby. Oh yeah. So then, it's a really long movie. It's a musical theater. It's also a musical, and it is based off a novel that's like 2 whole volumes long. And it's the story. Yeah, it's the story of an ex-con that attempts to, in like old France during the French Revolution, just make copper. Just make his life back like better than it was before, and attempts to use this No, don't come sucking up because we're mad at you.
And you don't need to come growling. When
This
there's
dog.
food in your bowl, absolutely.
Is anybody here?
Yeah, so it's the story of this ex-con that tries to make his life better. He meets a prostitute who's basically like sick but has a daughter that she needs to be paying for. So he kind of sees that
Quasimodo.
the fact that she's trying to do anything but she can't because she's destitute financially. The same way that he tried to steal because he was destitute financially. He was in prison for several years because he tried to steal a loaf of bread for orphans or something in his town.
Do you mean you know
For himself, and then he obviously has no choice but to attempt to steal again because no one will hire him because he's a criminal. So he changes his identity, changes his name,
I
and
think you've told me this story before.
It's a really
but
long
I don't
story.
remember, like, you were the first person to ever talk to me about it. But I do remember...
there's a movie with Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman.
Is that what Frollo told you?
Yeah, the one with the French title that I know is Les Miserables.
Looks can
That's
be deceiving.
what I'm talking about. Les
A
Miserables.
good friend sees you for who you
Was
are.
it that one, or is
No matter
it
what face you
the
wear.
one that has the song with all the girls?
You should go out there. Find some
Like
friends who
Christina
understand.
Aguilera, Pink.
That's Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge, yeah. And yes, I have seen the title Les Miserables, but I never bothered to watch it.
I wouldn't watch it. I don't like it. It's one of those musicals where the music all sounds like it's the same track that continues, and it's not a particularly amazing track to
Ask your
begin
heart,
with.
Quasimodo.
Yeah. Well, I was looking for Moulin Rouge, and I thought that one was Moulin Rouge. And then when I read the description, I'm like, oh, that's not what I'm looking for, and turned away from it, and then never clicked on it
I
again.
wish I could take my own advice.
One day, Quasi.
He told Quasimodo, step out of the thing. Why do you gotta listen to him? The world's not that bad or something. I don't quite remember, but like something along the lines of like, hey, you make your own person. And he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I should probably be paying attention to these cutscenes, but because I'm not able to hear them, I'm not paying as much attention.
Well, this is like the classic Kingdom Hearts things where like most of the main cutscenes in the middle of the story don't really matter that much until you get to the end. Then you get some more important stuff regarding the old story, the entire story.
I also have a tendency of going quiet during
The
everything.
frog dude. I remember the frog dude. Everybody ribbit. So we can find him. We have time to be in my link. Take out the dreaming.
Stop going to the other dog's food bowl. I know Silver taught you that, but you need to stop doing it.
Explain the
She did teach him. I used to not have, like, I didn't have to try and train it out of him because he never did it at the other house. Because there
It
was,
doesn't sound like you got taught.
it was because there was another dog that did it, especially to his bowl.
The massive, just. Oh, that's right. This is like
I mean, I used to put his bowl into my room and then we close the door, but then when I migrated to a more open space, I couldn't do that anymore. So he learned to eat his food very quickly.
doesn't seem like you're learning that too much right now.
No. What I think is interesting is when the other dog comes down, he's like, I am going to sit in the entryway of the bedroom and not move and stare at her so she does not come in, but she'll come in anyways.
That's not the thing. They're not much for listening to themselves. Like, oh crap, dude.
Did you draw?
No.
Did you lose?
Time ran out, or I hit him enough and that he decided to walk off. I think that particular Dream Eater will do this thing where he'll appear across multiple worlds and he'll keep the same damage you've done to him along the way until you actually beat him completely.
Okay.
Well, my current drop gauge is at 3 times the speed. Yeah, Lemmy's is a weird point of view into morality of the time, and it's not awful, I just don't like it myself, especially the musical version, because... Yikes.
Oh, you could take those to go upstairs.
I think it's story relevant later.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave at the moment.
Supposed to be the edge of time.
But yeah, I agree. Well, I can't agree because I've never watched it, but ain't it?
When you use it on ring leaders, you can just hit them like.
I think it's
Sliding by.
It's interesting. Like it could be interesting, but it all depends on like if you actually want to sit through that.
Jeez, it's a 3.5 hour movie. Yikes.
I've only sat through one other 3-hour movie, and it was only 3 hours and 6 minutes, and that was Lord of the Rings.
The extended version.
The final movie before the extension is 3 hours. The first movie is 2 hours. The second movie is 2.5.
I literally just picked up some drop me not.
Specifically, the first movie is 2 hours and 10 minutes and 34 seconds. The second movie is 2 hours 30.
I don't know.
39 minutes.
I don't know how you remember those numbers when
54
you barely
seconds.
remember numbers.
And the third movie is 3 hours and 4 minutes and I believe it's at 60 minutes. No, 59 minutes. It's probably because I sat down with Connor and did like a huge marathon at some point. And it was like, oh hey, like, oh I know what it was. He hadn't seen anything Lord of the Rings related, and I took him to see the second Hobbit movie. And at that point, I had no idea that he hadn't watched any movies because we had them in the house for so long and we watched them multiple times. It's just he's never.
I've never leveled up after.
Well, I mean, you didn't play after the boss.
Oh, like you beat the boss at level 6. I was like, what?
Because I leveled up while moving around.
I mean, me too. I thought I started the boss at a higher level than you because.
And I leveled up just before the boss and after the boss, I think.
No, you got a bonus at the end of the boss. You didn't level up.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
So am I actually level 6 or am I level 5?
You're level 6. You started this world at level 6.
Oh, okay.
Where's the A6 time?
Well, probably the way she went.
Kissy faces.
Because aren't they going opposite directions right now?
Oh, no, actually, I think they're going the same way.
Well, Sora's supposed to be going in now to go deal with Quasimodo and talk to Esmeralda, which then I believe she goes running out as he shows up in the world. I don't know. We'll have to see.
It looks like Quasimodo wasn't outside doing the King Fool thing yet. In this one, so maybe Riku comes first.
Maybe.
Stop this. I wish you had a
Oh, I guess it's because you're supposed to play as Sora, then finish the next world as Riku, and then start the follow-up world as Riku?
I don't remember. I think it's a thing where like some of them have the different order.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Either way, we piece together the events at the end of it.
True. But yeah, so he hadn't seen any of the Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, so I took him to see the second Hobbit movie in theaters, learned that, and went, okay, we need to fix this. 'Cause he was like, yeah, I remember, like, it was such a good movie, and like, I wonder about everything. I'm like, wait a minute, have you not seen any of the Lord of the Rings? We're sitting in the theater. And he goes, no, I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings. What do you mean you haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings? Oh no, we were in the car after we saw the movie. And he's like, yeah, like, I'm like, wait, so you had no idea what was actually happening? He's like, no, not really. But it was really enjoyable, and I want to watch all the others. I'm like, we've had them for years, and we've watched them multiple times. How were you never there?
I, like, frankly, don't even care that much myself. So, the funny part is, I kind of, like, I think I accidentally offended one of my coworkers the other day. Because, like, you know what? Lord of the Rings, it's not to say that it's overrated, but, like, I'm not as attached to it as a person could be.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I'm not super attached to it, but it's one of those sets where I'm like, I need, like, if you don't watch them in order, they don't make sense.
You could watch Hobbit to The Lord of the Rings. And
Oh, yeah, no. The Hobbit trilogy, you can definitely watch on your own. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, you can definitely watch on their own.
Well, yeah.
But he hadn't even seen the first Hobbit film, so he didn't really understand.
Because, like, it's one book split into 3 movies.
Yeah.
No use.
Whereas the other one is 3 books split into 3
Yeah.
in the 3 movies, but, like,
Extended. They
because
fit a
the
lot
story
of detail
flows,
in there,
yeah.
Escape from War, boy. So I'm gonna run out of time. But yeah, so like one of the things is that I watched Lord of the Rings when I was like 12 maybe.
Okay.
And though one could argue that those are formative years, I was kind of along the it occurred to me that like I don't actually care much about the do you want to stop the stream soon, because it is almost 3 hours in. Okay. But yeah, so let's see if we can find a safe point. We shouldn't be too far again. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be super quick.
I'm in the middle of I don't know if that's fight. Yeah.
So like I realized that like with the Amazon series coming out, I was like, I don't even know if I want to watch it, because like yeah, sure, it's a really cool world, Lord of the Rings, but the lore actually doesn't. I'm not in love with the fantasy lore like I have been in other fantasy worlds. It just feels like generic to me, and I know that that's because Lord of the Rings actually set a lot of the tropes for a lot of fantasy worlds. So to me, it's just that. But because it's not like the first fantasy setting I've consumed avidly, it feels to me like it's not formative to me. You know?
Yeah.
You're gonna want to heal like real quick. Do you want me to?
I can retry. I need to pee.
Okay.
So I've been drinking water.
Yeah. So I was like,
I guess it's because I watched it younger than you.
I guess. I mean, at 12, it's pretty like. It's
It's
just because I
still-
consumed a lot more things. Like I read all of Aragon before watching The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I
No,
watched
that's
the
not
Lord of the
accurate.
Rings.
I read the first one, but not the.
I watched Lord of the Rings before I even knew about Aragon. I don't know how old Aragon is.
Not as old as Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so
fact,
I think I might have watched it before Aragon came out.
Christopher Paolini's still alive, whereas Tolkien's been dead for a while.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if the movies came out before or after the Aragon books came out. And, like, I learned about the Aragon books, like...
The movies came out in the 80s, I think.
No, they came out after Star Wars.
The Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah. Yeah, because...
Yeah, that doesn't mean they couldn't be in the 80s. Lord of the Rings movie. Whoops.
I think they were late 90s. Because a lot of the effects that they had were...
The first Lord of the Rings. No, that's Lord of the Rings.
Let's see what it is.
Yeah, 2001, 2002, 2003. Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what are you talking about?
I thought they wrote in that.
Because the director is Steven Spielberg, I believe? No.
Isn't it Peter Jackson?
Maybe? But I remember them being like part of their...
Director's Peter Jackson.
Yeah, okay. So part of it was for their visual effects. So I should really start paying attention.
Cure. Ada, look at your HP.
I know. I'm just not looking at.
You know.
I'm not looking at anything.
I'm not looking at my. I know. Look at my HP. I'll run into an enemy that's invincible right now, with 1 hit's worth of HP. What is this? Kingdom Hearts 2? We don't have second chance. Ada, please, I'm begging you.
But yeah, what I knew was because we watched a lot of the behind the scenes for.
Yeah, because you guys are nerds.
What?
Behind the scenes.
Why?
Nerds. Did
you
know that Viggo Mortensen actually broke his foot when he kicked the helmet?
You did see me click on Cure, right?
No, you were on Sliding Dash. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, I thought I was on Cure, and I hit the triangle, and then I guess it migrated just before.
You also don't have leaf bracer, so...
I moved to Kier, I swear. I went looking for it on purpose.
Yes, well, the thing is that you seem to be incapable of doing two things at once in these games.
um,
There you go. When you see them pink, by the way, you should probably use the reality shift because it's actually broken. That's pretty good. I'm gonna eat your other.
Fucking give me this stupid big armadillo guys. Let me get rid of them.
Pretty sure they're not there.
They're not. They're supposed to show up after you defeat the elephant, but
I thought they were in the first wave.
they're in the second wave.
It's the music note. That's a silence.
They show up every once in
They're
a
called
while.
sighs. There. Yeah.
Didn't I?
You can dodge into them at boss mode.
That is true. Don't like that actually.
Oh man, my eyes.
Your eyes?
Yeah, I just flashed like 4 times straight. Plus motion blur. Yeah, so just like, I'm like, yeah, Lord of the Rings is good. I'm never going to say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's not genre defining.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, myself, I don't have any form of particular attachment to it. So seeing things like, oh, they're making an Amazon Prime series, I'm, like, super indifferent to it because, like, oh, that's cool, more Lord of the Rings content. And we already know that there's a bunch of content that wasn't explored from Tolkien's works.
Yeah.
On TV or on screen. So that's really cool, but, like, I honestly probably won't watch it unless someone else turns it on because I'm not that invested in it.
I might turn on at some point or another, but I'm not like. I love the series, but I'm more so of like, if you're gonna go see one of the movies, just make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, if
had
you're watching
I
a sequel, I
known-
wouldn't have watched the first one.
Yeah, had I known he hadn't seen the first one, I wouldn't have taken him to see the second one.
The Hobbit was fun. I mean, I had that one guy played in the Marvel movies every now and then. I also had that other
The
guy.
guy who plays Watson?
Yeah. Well, really, I was referring to the guy who plays that one agent that goes to Wakanda and Black Panther.
Yeah, he plays Watson in BBC.
Big Black Cock?
In BBC Sherlock.
Sherlock?
Yeah, he plays Watson.
There's a porn Sherlock movie? BBC? Ada doesn't know porn categories.
No, because I don't look at him.
BBC is the big black
I wonder if
penis
that guy is
category.
alright.
Okay, BBC is also the British broadcast
Yes,
channel.
isn't that very unfortunate actually?
BBC has been around a lot longer than that category.
Speaking of unfortunate abbreviations, I was on Twitter today and someone mentioned that it's not a good idea to abbreviate Brendan Lee Mulligan's initials by his initials. Does you know what his initials are?
No.
Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Oh, BLM.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's supposed to go this way.
Yeah. There's a save point not before too, so you can actually save it again. Should be in the middle. No, but you can finish your fight. You got 9 minutes. Well, the combat level's 8 and you're struggling hard enough, so I think you're gonna want the XP.
Yeah, but I suck at combat anyways.
So put the chances on your side. Help yourself, lady. Reality shift. No, you killed it. Okay.
Wait, what's reality? How do I do the reality?
Triangle and circle,
Right.
but only when there's pink. Getting your butt kicked, apparently. Not so bad.
Trying to do something.
There
and
you
wasn't
go.
succeeding.
You did a thing.
And then I started clicking on the wrong thing, and I'm being like, wait, how did I get out of that?
Clicked on the wrong thing? That's never happened before. He said sarcastically.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, Rams.
You gotta want to.
Oh my god, I was on it. Okay, bye.
Yeah, so I told like my coworker, like, I don't know, I'm not that attached to it. She's like, are you just trying to be controversial? I'm like, no, I used to do that when I was a kid, but not really now. Like literally, it's just because I don't hold any sort of attachment to it. It's literally it's a trendsetter, and therefore all the trends I've already seen, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not to diss it because it set the trends. You can't say they're unoriginal because they basically came up with it. Its effect is felt throughout all fantasy.
I think it was one of the first fantasy things that I ever watched.
It's a lot of people's first fantasies because it's literally the creator, one of the like strengtheners of the genre is Lord of the Rings. We introduced the elves of the kind we know. They introduced dwarves the way we know them, orcs the way we know them.
Well, in like early 2000s.
For good and for bad, but
early 2000s, I can easily like watch that, and like I would have been old enough to like remember watching it. And
yeah,
when it came
I tried
out.
to read the books. I was told like, did you read the books? I was like, I tried. I read like the first and a half. I couldn't. I consider myself pretty decent at reading books that ramble on, but there's a limit. Okay.
I never read the books. My dad gave me a bunch of the books that he was going to throw out. So they're the stuff from before Lord of the Rings, or some of them are after Lord of the Rings.
Also, The Hobbit and there's like the Silmarillion. And
yeah, the one with the
unfinished
S.
story, Silmarillion.
Yeah, that one.
I think the Silmarillion has a couple of incomplete stories and a bunch of like that's the one that explains that Gandalf's actually not human. He's like angel folk.
Okay, yeah.
There's a save point in here. I saved with Riku, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, I think, but I don't think it's in...
Hit the touchpad button, you'll see. By the way, nice. They actually designed this place like a real cathedral.
Maybe there's one upstairs?
Yeah, possibly.
Well, I know where there's one in town.
Okay, well maybe...
Because I went by it when I first started.
Oh, maybe that's the one I saved with Riku.
Maybe.
He's supposed to go and talk to... Okay. I remember seeing that, that's what I remember. That's weird.
Come back and do that.
Treasure chest. So with no disrespect to Lord of the Rings, it's just not my favorite fantasy series.
I think that might have been what, like, sort of set everything for me, was that I had Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and Jurassic Park all around the same time period that I was watching them.
I hear the Jurassic World Dominion is actually awful.
The only reason why I want to go watch it is because of the original cast.
Yeah, well, apparently they trash everything that happened in the original 3 movies. Apparently they really treat that series like awfully in Dominion.
You know what? The only reason why I watched Jurassic World was for all the references of Jurassic Park. Jurassic World sucked on its own. Without those references, it would have been terrible.
Like literally, I think the way I saw it, someone was making a TikTok saying like the top 10 worst movies of this year so far, and it made it into like the number 2 or number 1 spot. And we're like, this is like this. There's no reason this exists. They only use it to like shill out money and like try and get you with like crap references to the original series. I'm like, what?
Right? I'm like, the only reason why I would go is because the original cast is there, and that's what I wanted to see. When I sat down and I watched Jurassic World, I watched it with the eldest of my youngest brothers, and we didn't even pay attention to the movie. We sat there and counted every single reference that happened, and that's when we were excited. We were like, hey, this is from this. Hey, we know what scene this is from. And so we were like, because we were huge on Jurassic Park growing up. So that is what we loved about it. I watched the second movie and I'm like, I am literally just watching this because it's like it's part of the Jurassic World thing, but I don't care for it. I didn't care for Jurassic World without the references. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom had no references and sucked.
Really, no references?
No
sneak like one or two in. Like, I know
the
they probably
only
refer to
reference
like
you
the
have is
island that they get the other dinosaurs on or whatever, but
no, because they go back to the main island.
yeah, but wouldn't they like poach islands from the one that was wild from Jurassic Park 2?
No, they did not go to any of those other islands.
No, they don't go there, but wouldn't that be
They
where
didn't
they
even
get
talk
their
about
dinos?
them.
Okay, that's weird. Whatever.
No, they went to they collected a bunch of the herbivores beforehand, but they said they had been collecting them from the main island because in Fallen Kingdom, the main island, the volcano was about to erupt.
Yeah, right. So I don't want to interrupt you, but I do want to end the stream.
Yes.
So before we get into a huge conversation, that's going to be the end of today's stream. Tonight's stream, this morning stream, whatever you want to call it. We're done for the night. I will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with hopefully what is the finale to Breath of Fire 2. Ada is not going to be streaming, I don't think, anytime soon. Are you streaming tomorrow? No. Ada has a throat injury, so.
Yeah, I have a throat injury, and I got sick, and it's made my throat worse.
Yeah, it does do that. So
I'm
that's
trying to recover.
That's what it is. I've got no plug section except for like follow, like, subscribe, cheer, tip, sub. It's all great. The store's not updated. You're not doing anything on the store. This is the Maniverse Etsy store if y'all want some sweet resin swag stuff. But other than that,
I have a single shirt on there right now.
I don't. Did you take it off? I thought you took it off.
No, I took off the Paris Maniverse one, but that's what they said is still on there.
So we're not talking about that. Okay, peace out, folks.
It's yours.
Have a good night, people. We will speak each other. Bye.